Hi Sonny, I hope that you're having a good day. I've been actually watching your video for a while now and I got this idea to invite you to my home country, Iran. And you know, as I've heard from many other foreigners, that they have loved the food in here. We also have amazing hospitable people and great sights for you to see. I will be really happy to host you and guide you throughout your trip in Iran. And I really just hope that you accept my invitation. I will be really happy to have you in my home country.
For most of the world, traveling to Iran is no big deal. Travelers from nearly every country can just show up and get a visa on arrival. For Americans, it's a different story. The US State Department has given Iran a travel advisory of 4, the most dangerous rating possible. In plain words, they state, do not travel. Do not travel to Iran due to risk of kidnapping, arrest, or detention of US citizens.
Leaving Vietnam, headed to the airport, I'm really curious how the people of Iran are gonna accept an American. If they're gonna accept an American, considering everything that's going on right now.
Few Americans travel to Iran, and even fewer are granted press visas, allowing them to document their experience in the country. Until now. I'm not here as a reporter.
No, I'm good at this.
I'm not here as a journalist.
Oh, no!
And my agenda is to witness and share the daily lives of people in Iran.
It's a kind of traditional.
It feels like breakfast, except that there's lamb in there.
Experience their unique culinary secrets.
What are some of the benefits of this one?
Good for sex also.
All right!
And the men and women behind them.
I called a family member and I said, hey, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit nervous about going to Iran.
We're dropping by the capital's busiest kitchen, where they're kicking out thousands of meals each day.
Have you ever tried it this fresh in the kitchen?
No.
It's very special, right?
Yeah.
Dining on unique delicacies I never expected to find in Iran.
Oh, what? Discarding the eyeball, but all this fat and muscle tissue is keeping right here.
And getting lost in the desert, where I'll be grabbing life by the camel.
Stop, yeah, cut the camera. I'm learning a lot about Iran. Having a great time. I'm glad I came here.
Iran as a country is complicated, but during this series, my aim is to set aside international politics and get to know a different side of this country, the Iran that never finds its way into media headlines.
The media thinks that Iranian people hate the foreigners, but it's not like that. It's in our culture to be warm and kind to our guests.
I'm taking a leap of faith, surrounding myself with people who have every reason to not accept me, and witnessing as they welcome me with unmatched hospitality. Our Iran food tour begins in the capital, a city of over 8 million, where the best of each region's cuisine converges. This is Tehran. As an American stepping foot in Iran for the first time, everything is inherently interesting. My eyes are glued to the window as we make our way through the city. What do they do for fun? What do they eat for breakfast? What do they think of Americans? I've put a call out, asking anyone who's willing to kindly take the time to show me around this sprawling, fast-paced city. And that call was answered.
This is great for sex, you know.
I'm sorry, what?
Today, Tehran's best and I are hitting the streets.
Do these have seeds inside?
There is a seat inside.
Oh, that's too challenging.
Getting up close and personal with our food.
They said put it on the edge, don't go in too far. Here we go, here we go.
And diving mouth first into this mysterious city.
Wow, that's a thick shake.
Yeah.
This is like the Dairy Queen of Iran.
This is where Tehran goes to relax. Darband, a mountain just a short drive away from the center of the city, lined with restaurants and food stands with walkways so narrow that the only way to transport food and supplies to the top is by donkey.
Mohsen!
What?
What? What do you want?
This is Mohsen, Tehran's most charming food reviewer, or as they say in Iran, taster. He has a love for local food and years of tasting experience.
Thank you for making time. I thought you had to take off work because it was a Friday.
We have our weekend on Thursdays and Fridays.
Oh, wow. Does everyone hate Saturdays here?
Yeah. We say that Saturday is donkey.
And donkey is bad.
Yeah, donkey is bad in this case.
But I like donkeys.
You like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. As we're walking up, they have all these big bowls full of colorful fruit.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's traditional Iranian snack, and most of them are sour.
Iranians love fruit in its many forms, fresh, dried, or even leather.
Oh, wow, they are
Lava
stuck
shacks.
together. If they're stuck together, you have to buy them all.
Lavashek is sold in exotic flavors such as pomegranate, sour cherry, plum, kiwi, barberry, and apricot.
Let's try it out. Oh my gosh, that's tremendous.
Very delicious.
This is 100% cherry flavored fruit by the foot that I had in my lunchbox growing up. But it's got like this great thick chewy texture. A little sour, a little sweet. Do you think maybe I could sneak another one?
The fun really begins when you start mixing the fruit flavors together.
What's this one?
This is plum. Most of them are plums.
You know, I thought my first experience in Iran would be more intense than eating fruit on a mountain, but I'm cool with this.
What do you do with the seed? You just spit it out? So the people who buy this, are they buying this because they're hiking and they want some energy back?
Okay. He says it's good for your blood pressure, cholesterol, and also it's lax.
I'm sorry, what?
It's lax.
Oh, so it'll make me like crap my pants.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why this is so popular on a mountain. I'm very far from a bathroom right now. I'm gonna try this apricot.
This
red
one
looks
is
good too.
very
Looks even
tempting.
better. Let's try it out.
Nice.
Very sour, man. Usually you might have this with tea, right?
This with
Yeah.
tea?
I don't know. I'm asking.
No.
No,
Nothing. No.
absolutely not.
Not at all.
I love it. I think we should find a bathroom and then check out some more food, huh? Yeah.
I've come to Tehran in the dead of summer. It's hot and dry. So dry that many shops attempt to add some moisture back into the air with water misters. One sure way to survive the heat is by shoveling down something freezing cold.
Where are we?
We are in a traditional store that serves a kind of shake
Oh
that
my
is
gosh.
made from several ingredients, including egg yolks, ice cream, and
So full of aggression, not paying attention. You got me losing connection. I'm in a temporary home.
Wow. That's a thick shake.
yeah.
This is like the Dairy Queen of Iran.
This is Alibaba Juice Bar. People don't just line up for the flavors, but to take in the impressive, gravity-defying theatrics. This is Milkshake the Musical.
Is this your recipe? Yeah. Today, what do you recommend?
This one.
Okay.
Because you know eating after it's very rich.
Rich? I'm getting very rich from Iranian food already.
This frozen treat is made with pretty much anything you could imagine. Milk, saffron, vanilla ice cream, palm sap, coffee, cocoa, cinnamon, banana, figs, coconut powder, pistachios, rose water, egg yolk, cream, pineapple, and a few things I can't even pronounce.
On top, I see some pistachios, some like coconut shavings. I'm gonna give it a try. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, that's remarkable.
Great.
That coconut just kind of dissolves in your mouth. It's so finely shredded, it's like a coconut snow.
I like it very much.
Me too.
Every time I eat here.
شماره 693
Number 693.
Oh, I thought something else was happening. Super sweet, refreshing. He said after I eat the whole thing, it's gonna make me rich. I think it's another word for fat. What does he mean?
I think he wanted to say strong instead of rich. This is great for sex, you know.
I'm sorry, what? Could you go a little deeper into what you're saying there?
It can help you have better sex.
For men in particular?
Yes, tonight you're very strong.
Man, I can't wait to use that ice cream stamina when I'm alone in my hotel room tonight. Gonna be a real fun night. We're in a bakery.
Yeah, a traditional Persian bakery.
The only thing locals love more than bread is fresh bread, and bakeries like these can be found all over the city. It's not unusual to see people strolling down the street, sangak in hand like they're taking their bread for a walk. Mohsen is taking me to a Tafton bakery. This bread accompanies tons of dishes here, perhaps making its most famous appearance alongside kebabs. Tafton is leavened flour bread, made with milk, yogurt, and eggs, and baked in a clay tandoor oven.
They have a whole assembly line here, going from the dough, processing it, flattening it out, then throwing it on this pillow, sticking it on the wall, and then the master here takes it off the wall, torches it on the fire for a second. He takes a puff of his cigarette. That's important. And then he throws it on the pile. I mean, right here we have so many. I'm gonna try to take the next one. Can I have that? Can I have that one? It's fine, it's okay. No, it's okay.
First of all, I want you to know that we Persians like the bread to be hot and fresh.
This is super hot. Oh, look at this. You can see where it bubbled up. It's crispy on the edges. Try it out.
Nice.
It's very crackery. Tastes like a saltine cracker without the salt. But the bread itself is great. Do you think you'll let me try to pillow some in there? Here we go. Here we go. No. Yes. I screwed it up. Oh no! Look at my hand.
I thought I was fast, but not fast enough.
You're shaking.
Well, I've been through a traumatic experience.
Arm hair, my fading head hair, even my eyelashes weren't spared.
I don't know how these guys do it. I guess they don't have eyelashes. It doesn't matter what country I go to, I keep fucking myself up.
Bread making is serious business, and best left to the real professionals.
Oh, that's my bread. Oh, he just put it down instantly. Come on, man. I wanted to eat that. Right now we are deep in the alleyways of Tehran, and behind me, a place you would never expect to find one of the best desserts in this city. Let's check it out. Okay.
Iran, day 2. Still coping with my recent fiery hair loss and looking to find comfort in food.
Hediye, where are we right now?
We are in a Sohan factory which makes Iranian desserts.
Hediye, a student studying dentistry and a fan of the show, has offered to show me around today.
Do you feel some conflict being here? This is like the enemy that's created to hurt teeth.
Yes, of course, but I'm okay. You can brush your teeth afterwards.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Well, that problem was solved pretty quick. How do you say the name of this food again?
It's Sohan.
Sohan.
Sohan is a unique traditional Persian sweet. It's buttery, brittle, studded with pistachios, and flavored heavily with saffron.
It smells amazing in here. What am I smelling?
Mostly because of saffron. We use saffron in a lot of our food.
The making of Sohan is beautiful. It starts with egg yolks, flour, saffron, sugar, and vegetable oil, all mixed by machine.
This vessel is just mixing, but here it's heated up. It's gonna kind of slowly cook a bit, enough to get thick.
After mixing in a heated vessel for 20 minutes, it starts to become thick. Now, the real action.
It looks like the purpose overall is they let it cool down a little bit,
Yes.
but then they like shatter it.
No, they're not shattering it, they're just smashing it. And then he pours pistachios and almonds on top.
And then here, he's gonna cut it into little squares basically. How come they left these plain? They make plain ones too?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. We have the pimped out one,
It's
like
a
the
good-
deluxe version.
Yes.
So there's pistachios on there. Oh, I think it's pistachio and butter. Let's try it out. Oh, that's really good. I feel the oil and butter squeezing out of it.
It's very sweet, that's why you should eat it with tea.
Good point. Do you have any tea on you?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, man. The more I eat it, the more I want to eat it. It's very delicious. The texture is very crumbly, and the pistachios, it doesn't have a strong flavor, but it all just adds to this general confectionery sweetness. It's like the crack of Iranian desserts. Do you really enjoy it?
Yes.
Can we get a close-up, please? Let's see the yummy face.
It's
Okay.
delicious, I
All right.
guarantee.
I'm skeptical. We are in the kitchen. We're here for one of the most famous foods of Iran,
Yes.
the kebab.
What satay is to Indonesia, Kebab is to Iran. No matter the protein, it is the preferred method of preparation. Simply grilled meat on a skewer. It can be cubed, minced, maybe even with the vegetable thrown in. Today, I'm here for the Kebab Koobideh.
Sir, are you up for the Koobideh challenge? All right, he's like, what? I make 100 of these a night. What are you talking about?
The Kebab Koobideh here is made from minced lamb and mixed with salt, garlic powder, black pepper, celery powder, grated onion, and egg yolk.
Oh, that is nice. Where it has these little ridges made with his fingers. How long did it take you to get this movement down?
It took you about 1 year.
1 year? I didn't know if there's like a special training school. They're like, we're gonna give you some Play-Doh. After 1 year, you can use real meat. But maybe not. There it is, perfectly formed. It's flat on one side and then ridged on the other side. It's gonna create these perfect bite-sized sections that we get to sink our teeth into pretty darn soon. Bro. Merci.
We are the love survivors. We are the lucky ones.
So we have everything here. A mountain of kebabs, all the rice, and then
This is douk. It's a yogurt drink.
douk.
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 It's got yogurt, it's got some herbs, it's got a little bit of everything in there.
It can be sweet or sour.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's a bit sour. I like it. Okay, it's getting cold. We gotta move quick. What I love about this is just super quickly and easily, with his hands, with his fingers, he's created perfect bite-sized portions. I'm gonna take that one off right there. Oh, I mean, look how succulent that looks. Juicy, roasted on the outside. A little bit of tomato, some buttery rice. That's a perfect bite. Oh my gosh. Some hearty, fatty meat.
Because they add a little bit of fats when they're making this kebab.
But the tomato kind of comes in just to lighten it up a bit. Absolutely delicious.
They also prepare freshly made bread. You can put it on
What
your
is this
bread.
bread called?
Tafton.
Tafton. That's what burned me.
Burn your eyelashes, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if you can tell, my hair right here.
Yes, I can tell.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
You're
Sorry to
really
say.
on it. Oh, you're making like a little sandwich.
Yes, it's called Lokma. And here you are.
Oh, that's for me?
Yes, that's for you.
Well, I feel bad. I have this huge kind of Iranian kebab sandwich. What do you have?
It is considered impolite when you have a guest to make a sandwich for yourself first. You
Oh.
should first make it for the guest.
Okay, should I make you one now?
No, I will make myself.
She's like, definitely not. I got this. I love that.
Me too.
Crispy bread, same delicious meat. The herbs here, man, it's vibrant. Just fireworks of flavor in my meal.
We'll also experience their kebab negani, which means jewel kebab, minced lamb with chicken. Think of the lamb as a ring and think of the chicken as diamonds. Get it?
Chicken breast can be dry, and pairing with that fattiness from the lamb, it's a great combination.
My first impressions of Iran. Damn, people here are really nice. After putting the call out, dozens of locals reached out to me offering to show me around the city or recommending food that I absolutely must try.
You see, the media thinks that Iranian people hate the foreigners, but it's not like that. We love to see the new people. It's
What
in
I was
our
wondering-
culture to be warm and kind to our guests.
This is the side of Iran that really needs to be seen. People are not their governments. People are people. And we have a lot more in common than we think. I've only been in Iran for a day, and already I'm blown away by people's passion for food and their willingness to introduce me to local flavors. Today is no different.
This is like a giant food processor. Oh, I see.
As Tehran native Sahar and I dig deep into Iranian breakfast.
It can be a snack, it can be served as a lunch or dinner. It's totally up to you.
The only thing is, this breakfast is like nothing you've tried before.
This machine here, it's kind of like a giant industrial strainer.
With a secret ingredient some would not expect to find on a breakfast menu.
It really reminds me of some breakfast I might have in the US.
Along the way, we'll also try Iran's deep green national staple.
Oh!
But first, my morning smoke.
What's happening? Hello, hookah, sir.
Hello.
I'm being handed... This is a tremendous size hookah.
Hookah, smoking water pipes, is an age-old tradition with roots in India and Iran. I'm not supposed to promote getting a quick tobacco buzz, but while I'm here, I'm gonna try it. Do please note that breathing in acute amounts of smoke from any source isn't that good for you.
What do you call this here? You don't call it hookah, do you?
We call it belian, yes.
Baliles. And it has this huge...
That one is iced. It gets it much more cool.
These days, cool lounges like this use flavored tobacco, usually something fruity like apple, watermelon, or today's blueberry. The tobacco is added to a clay dish, then topped with tin foil and hot coals that are placed at the top of the apparatus.
Pull up the plastic.
And then just start... We're gonna cut all the coughing, guys, editors. Make sure it looks just really cool, okay? Now I'm good at this. Oh, this is legitimate tobacco. I've got a little buzz already. That's very nice. I need to get used to it. You had to keep smoking, right?
Yeah, it will go down if you don't smoke for minutes, then it will just go down.
I have to keep smoking. Oh, he saw I got a little buzz, so he brought some tea for us. Oh, this is lovely.
We call it naba. It is the kind of crystallized sugar.
Oh, you can see it's getting a little smaller already. It's starting to dissolve and go into the tea. Do we cheers?
Salamati.
Salamati, I like that. Oh, that's nice. I feel more like I've come down. I'm relaxing. I've just been walking around the streets a little bit, already seeing tons of different foods I've never seen before. But it seems people have a lot of pride in their food here, and a lot of fresh food.
There were a lot of people just immigrating to Tehran from different other kinds of provinces. They bring their own traditional foods to Tehran. Right now in Tehran, we are going to have resht ash, which is common in every part of Iran. In each and every province, they have their own version.
Ash, green, heavy, high-energy food. It can be considered the foundation of Iranian cooking. In fact, the Farsi word kitchen is ash pazkhane, meaning the room where ash is made. Iran has over 50 types of ash, depending on the region, but the most popular among them is ash reshteh, ash with noodles, and it's one of the only noodle dishes you'll find in this country. Alongside ash, I'll take on Tehran's staple breakfast dish, halim.
It is really heavy because of a lot of ingredients that we put in it. That's why people eat it mostly in Ramadan month.
Perfect. I'm gonna finish this whole thing, and then we're gonna get some breakfast. All right.
Yes.
Sayed Mehdi is a restaurant with over 50 years of history in Tehran. And when it comes to making halim, no one does it better than this father-son team.
Hello.
This is halim, a concoction mainly consisting of boiled wheat and one ingredient I didn't expect to be eating for breakfast, lamb meat.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
To begin, wheat grains are washed and boiled for 5 hours, and the lamb is boiled for 2 to 3 hours.
It's like tender cooked meat that's been already kind of cooked sous vide style in a plastic bag, and then I think they're gonna grind it up now. Yeah, stand back. The meat is grinding inside. Oh, and then he puts in some of the broth here. It's like a wheat broth. Incoming. It looked like some roasted lamb and it's completely changed texture. It's kind of become a bit mushy almost.
Next, the wheat gravy is moved to a powerful industrial strainer.
Oh man. He's straining out all the flavors, all the essence from the wheat without actually using the wheat husk. Putting in some salt right now.
And he's going to stir it.
The lamb meat is pounded into the wheat until it all becomes one thick, congealed consistency.
Can I slap it? I want to give it a slap. It smells amazing in here.
For each 2 kilograms of meat, we're going to have 40 kilograms of wheat.
All right. Can I get like 2 or 3 minutes?
Later, we can top it with sugar and cinnamon, just like I do with my oatmeal back home.
This is finished. But it's finished, right? Let's try it out. Ali. Bab. Baba. How do you say it? Ba 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 ba. I think that's how you say yummy, but I could be completely wrong, or else I maybe sound like a lamb right now. That's really good. It's like a little bit of lamb infused into this strong wheat flavor. It's salty, it's wheaty, it's a little bit lamby, and that's it. Super simple.
Next up, ash. A hearty, thick soup usually made with legumes, grains, and herbs. Lots of herbs. The preparation is simple, but the most time-consuming part is washing and mincing the herbs. Luckily in Tehran, you can head out to your local Iranian herb shop. complete with an industrial-sized herb shredder.
It smells right now in here. It's like a greenhouse garden. It's almost like overbearing. It is like a powerful herb essence,
Yes.
like a punch. This is what they're doing all day, just chopping up herbs.
Yes, they're going to chop them here and mix them together.
All these herbs
Yes,
are going
all
together.
Of them, yes.
Today's herb blend includes minced parsley, dill, leeks, tarragon, and cilantro.
This is like a giant food processor. Oh, I see. There's like a giant weed whacker blade right here in the middle, and that's mincing everything up in here. Oh, can I just grab it?
Yes, yes.
All right, here we go. Thank you, sir. All right,
Yeah.
let's try it out. Oh,
It's so fresh.
that has some punch. Very fresh, very aromatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful, just fresh, light flavor. I love that. Of course, you're not really supposed to eat it like that, right? Very intense. The last father-son team, they're like the Halim master.
Yeah.
My dude here, hello. Thank you. He is the Ash master.
Ash is high energy, bursting with flavor, and affordable. Likely another reason it has a long history in Iran.
How long have you been cooking Ash? What is the secret to making the best Ash possible?
The amount of those ingredients and spices that he's going to add.
The perfect balance.
Yes.
Step 1. Boil lentils and the herbs from the herb store. This is what gives Ash its signature green color.
Oh, everything turned kind of dark forest green.
Add in chickpeas, kidney beans, black pepper, and salt. In a separate pan, he adds turmeric powder, oil, and fried onion. Stirs it until it turns brown, then adds it back to the main vessel. Finally, he adds the salty wheat noodles and leaves it to boil for a few more minutes.
Yes.
We're doing it. I think we try the Halim first. Do we just mix it all up?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh yeah, that's so awesome. You know, I had something similar before in Oman. We took it, like created balls in our hands, dipped it into rendered cow fat. It's like cow butter. Let's just try it out. Got little swirls of cinnamon, sugar.
It is delicious.
That's really yummy.
And it is really heavy.
Yeah.
Except because of all ingredients in it.
The cinnamon and sugar, they're best friends. They work so well together. Just one alone wouldn't have been nearly as good. Man, that's a great combination.
It depends on your own taste. There are a lot of people that they want to add a lot of kind of things.
You can also put any of this in there, but I kind of like what they did already. It has a very familiar breakfast flavor to me, except then I'm like, oh wait, there's lamb meat also. Ash.
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 Reshte.
How do you, wait, there's a longer name? I've been using the nickname this whole time. Mr. Ash.
Reshte.
Rishte.
Yes.
This is the Ash base, but what really elevates the dish are the toppings. Kashk, a commonly used sour yogurt, caramelized onion, and fried mint.
This is like slippery. It doesn't want to stay on my spoon. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's try it out. Oh, that's very nice. We tried the herbs earlier. It was a bit much. It was intense. But here, when that flavor is properly dispersed throughout the dish, that's really nice. Very salty, very savory. And the noodles, very soft. Almost no texture. It's a tremendous flavor. Very fresh, but like super heavy at the same time.
Yes, it is.
I've only been here about a day, and I'm very blown away by this place and by the people, the hospitality, the kindness I see on the street, and just openness of people. It's certainly a place like no other.
There's something special about eating food that local people consider ordinary in such an extraordinary place. Ash, Halim, it's simple food, but it's inseparable from the culture and cuisine of Iran.
This breakfast was incredible. Thank you so much for your time and for showing me around.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming to Iran and for testing this.
Right now, I am in Tehran, in Iran, and today I have the privilege of witnessing some local cuisine that very few have the chance to see. Let's check it out.
Day 3. The first few minutes you're here, locals will quickly let you know it's not Iran, it's Iran, a very important distinction. This is the first country I've seen that's showed very few, if any, signs of international Western brands. No McDonald's, KFC, or Pizza Hut.
Whoa, so here it is, coming from the head.
Not even a 7-Eleven.
You can see people are heading up. This is the original restaurant. Several floors going up. Uh-oh, traffic jam.
Neon Farsi words and characters light up storefronts. But at this point, I can't tell the difference between a lamp store and a sandwich shop. Luckily, I'm being joined by Tehran's food reviewing power couple. Considering there's no Facebook or YouTube here, Instagram is the platform of choice for foodies, and Ghazaleh has seen it all.
This must be a super complicated dish. Do you know how they make it?
Yes, I know. I will tell you if you want.
That's all right. I'll just do it in voiceover. Okay.
if I was born to be a winner.
Today we're going on an all-out food adventure, from the traditional
This oven fits 100 pots, so that's 100 different meals.
to the busiest kitchen in Tehran.
Have you ever been in a kitchen this busy?
No.
Time to eat.
I put my foot to the pedal to the floor. I'm a rebel, I don't give a fuck about the law.
Well, Gazale, where are we?
This is Azari Tea House. It's one of the most oldest building in Tehran. It has been a tea house for almost 70 years.
70 years?
Yes.
Azari Traditional Tea House, the kind of place where friends and family gather for a smoke, some tea, or this. And you won't find anything like it outside of Iran.
The first time you came here, what did you like so much about the experience?
The Dizy. Dizy is the best food in Iran.
Really?
Yes.
If I don't like this, then I'm just not gonna like Persian
You're gonna
food.
love it.
But I'm gonna love it, so no problem.
Yes.
Dizy, or abgusht, literally means meat juice. The word also refers to the traditional stoneware crocks it's served in.
I am in the kitchen right now with Ali, my brother. Thank you so much for having us today. And they're gonna start by putting all of these clay pots into this cooking device that I've never seen before. It's like a giant chest oven.
These huge custom-made ovens are meant only for cooking this dish day in and day out, 100 at a time.
It's a super simple recipe. It's got about 6 ingredients, starting here with chickpeas and white beans. He's got like a little bean shot glass to measure exact portions.
Next, add the main ingredient, lamb meat.
It's not just the meat, but a nice big hunk of fat to add even more flavor. Unlike the beans, he's being very critical now, making sure it's perfect, no lamb hair. So far, so good.
The chef fills each clay pot with water and they cook for 6 hours.
He's gonna be adding in more water so it doesn't dry up. But otherwise, this takes a super long time to cook, but I think it's gonna be worth it.
After 6 hours, add some potato and leave it be. A separate pot is filled with tomato sauce, turmeric, lemon powder, chili powder, and salt. Boiled and stirred until it becomes thick, then added to the dish, giving the Dizy its true essence.
Okay, so oh wow. Okay, so we have some bread, sangak.
Sangak.
Sangak means little stone. And this, the national bread of Iran, is cooked on top of thousands of hot stones that give this bread its unique dimpled texture. The dough is made with wheat and often topped with dry herbs or spices. In this bakery, they're using poppy seeds.
This is a square shape, but the way he dumps it on the stones is what gives it its unique long shape. He just kind of drapes it over the stones in such a way that it stretches out. I don't know how he does it. Like, look at all these. They're all pretty uniformly the same shape. And probably my favorite part is that there's still some stones lopped into the bread. Here you can see another one. Oh, what was I thinking? Of course, it's really hot. Does that make you nervous at all? Like 1 million people are gonna watch us eat.
No, because I do this video
You do
with
videos?
my husband. Yes,
Okay.
you should see.
Gazale and her husband are accountants, but they also share the same passion for food. When they're not crunching numbers, they're hitting the streets of Tehran, sampling the best restaurants in town.
They're gonna bring the Dizy. It's still gonna be
Yes.
boiling, right?
It's gonna be hot. You should pick up with that one.
All right, I'm ready for it. Whoa, so here it is, coming from the head. Oh, there we go. So he lays it out for you,
First of all, you should find the dombe or fat. Look for it.
and we take that out.
And then you should mash the fat.
With my
With
spoon.
this one.
Oh, with the, what do you call that?
Bushkub.
Oh, this is kind of fun.
Then you should add the bread,
Done.
add the meat broth
So
to
use
the
the
bread.
spoon to kind of strain it out.
We don't want the solid one in it.
If I came here alone, there's no way I would figure this out. Okay, here we go. Oh, I cannot believe I didn't mess that up.
The bread soak up the broth and all of its flavor, and it melts in your mouth.
Oh my gosh, this is like one of the most fun meals I've had in Iran for sure. Very interactive. But do we eat it at some point?
Yes, you
It's-
should eat it right now.
Oh, that's good.
I love it.
Are you gonna have some too? Why is your husband just sitting there like, for me, it's just like a nice, warm, savory soup with big crackers in it and a little bit of kind of mutton lamb flavor. It's very nice. What else do we do?
You should mash the other one.
There's more mashing involved. I like it. I like you make him do all the work and you eat all the food. It's an interesting dynamic to your relationship. They've been boiling so long,
They
for
call
6
this
hours, that it gets so soft. It's just like a paste now. I mean, look at that. Eat that with bread?
Yes.
Oh, so just like it was some jam or something, except it's got pieces of lamb. Cheers.
You like it?
Oh, yummy. The flavor itself, very starchy from the potato, but there's some nice lamb flavor in there. Gives it a little meaty kick. What's this one? Is that salt?
I am the best at this, nah, you ain't gonna mess with this. Ever heard of what the veteran is? I work harder than most to be what the real is. Never stop training, cause I'm the best at it.
Boom. We finally made it here. This is the center of Tehran, right?
Yes, it is.
We're headed to the busiest restaurant in town, a place where even locals stand in line for hours to get a taste. Located in the heart of the capital, Tehran's Grand Bazaar. They call it a city within a city. You could go to a mosque, bank, restaurant, shop for clothes, all while never leaving the marketplace.
People come here to buy food, to go to restaurant, buy clothes, everything you want, it's here.
Including the restaurant that we're about to go to next.
Yes, Muslim. It is the most famous restaurant in Grand Bazaar. It is a really big line and you should stand there and maybe after 30 minutes you can go there.
Muslim restaurant has only been around for 13 years, but it's one of the most popular restaurants in the city, serving over 6,000 people per day.
So behind me, this sign is telling people where they have to queue up if they want to eat here at Muslim. This is the beginning of the line. Let's go. Okay, let's actually go. There's like the line intercrossing with all the normal bazaar goers. All these people waiting here. Hello, hello. Up here, you can see people are heading up. This is the original restaurant here. Several floors going up. Uh-oh, traffic jam. And all you need is a camera and they let you right in. Hello. Oh, everyone's so nice here. All right, the only thing left to do now is to find a place to sit.
Luckily, Muslim's owner has generously offered to show us around the kitchen, where you can quickly see the mechanics behind cooking up a delicious menu on a huge scale.
We are in the kitchen now. This place is so lively, so much action in here. Yeah. Have you ever been in a kitchen this busy?
No.
This is one of the foods we're going to be trying today.
Yes.
What is the name of this?
Neck of sheep.
What is
neck of sheep? Sheep neck.
Oh. Do you know how they cook it?
They caramelize the onions first and then add spices and water to it and then the meat. Let it cook for about 3 hours, I think, and it's done.
So by the time we try it, it should just be falling off the bone, right? Yes. There's so much action in here. There's a huge kebab station. They're cooking rice. They're making that yellow rice. What do you call that?
Tachin.
Yeah, let's check that one out.
Yeah.
This is one of their signature dishes, tachin with chicken. A vibrant, rich, cooked rice cake loaded with local ingredients. It starts with cooked white rice, then a mixture of egg, saffron, and yogurt is mixed in.
Wow, that is a brilliant color. And then now he's putting on just an incredible portion of vegetable oil, mixing it all up, blending it. I guess the goal is to get it into one consistency,
yes.
One even shade of yellow all the way through. In no time, it's changing color, it's changing texture, it's become like thick, it is very heavy.
The rice bakes in the oven until the bottom layer becomes brown and crunchy. That crunchy bit, that's the most prized food in all of Iran.
Yummy.
It's so rich.
Don't you love it?
I absolutely love it. I adore it. And this is what they serve? Is that how big of it?
This is gonna serve with chicken, maybe breast or drumsticks.
That is a lot. I think from here, we're gonna go to the dining room and actually try out the full meal.
Okay, let's go.
People love rice here so much that they give you white rice, they give you this tachin, and then on top of that, they're like, why don't we top that with some more rice? Okay, what do we do?
This is dried barberries, the breast of chicken here, fried eggplant.
That's the eggplant right down here.
You should try a spoon with all of it.
Of the eggplant?
Yeah.
A spoon of eggplant.
A spoon with chicken and eggplant.
Try it out. Oh wait, a little bit of everything. Okay, there we go. My spoon is only so big. How do you, oh, you're really skilled. Look at that bite. Wow, everything's so rich. I need some Coke to wash it down with. Look at this, Coca-Cola in Iran. I'm gonna try just some of this chicken. Oh yes, very nice. Oh, that's so good, so juicy. Is this a normal serving size?
Yes, it is.
You would get this massive amount of food.
For one person.
This is enough for a whole day.
No, I can eat a half of that, I think.
And then the other half for breakfast.
Yeah.
Boom, a sheep neck. I just want to get a little, oh, yeah, hi. It's so tender. That looks incredible.
The sheep necks are slow cooked for 3 hours with onions, salt, turmeric, and saffron. The words sheep neck didn't make my mouth water at first, but the results speak for themselves.
I should just take that and put it on my rice. What kind of rice is this?
Broad beans, pears.
There's a lot of dill smell coming through, but they put a little bit more rice on top of the rice because we love rice. So I'm gonna grab some of this neck and then that's it, just some rice and neck. Wow.
Let it melt in your mouth.
You gotta just scrape around until you find some big chunks of meat. And then you could like drag it through this oil.
Can I have that one?
You want this?
Yes, I want
that.
that.
Yeah, okay. I got such a good bite that even you want it. I'm gonna just get another bite. Straight up sheep dipped in fat. Yeah, who wouldn't love that? Today is easily some of the best food I've had in Iran. You know, I've noticed so far in Iran, the flavors are a bit mild. It's more about freshness and the real taste of the ingredients instead of a lot of over spicing. But something like the herb rice is so fresh. And then when you mix that with the fatty sheep neck, that's kind of heavy. It's a great combination.
As our Iran food tour continues, we're getting out of Tehran and heading into the unknown. Persian cuisine has its own unique culinary identity. But each region of Iran is also serving up one-of-a-kind local favorites that you can only find there. Today we're heading south, diving deep into ancient Persian tradition.
I've never had any cooking with pomegranate paste.
Discovering foods and spices that do much more than fill your belly.
I have a friend who's losing his hair. What do you recommend for that?
And sinking our fingers into Iran's most irresistible cuisine.
Can I use my left hand too?
Yes, of course, why not?
Good morning from Iran. Today is a very special day as we are leaving the mega city of Tehran and heading to a city called Kashan. Let's see what awaits us there. It's this way. And I'm gonna walk the whole way. Okay, let's get in the car and go.
Right now we're headed south toward Kashan, a city of 300,000 squished between deserts and mountains. But first we're stopping off in the small village of Barzok. This village is famous for its rose water production and the preservation of traditional homes with meter-thick walls made of straw and clay, keeping the inside cool. Another way to stave off the heat, fresh juice.
Hi there.
Yeah.
How are you so good at getting up in the tree? I didn't see any ladder used.
Because I'm a rock climber and do that. Do you want to go climb it out?
No, I just, I'll give you moral support.
This is Targol. She's on a mission to preserve traditional culture in her village, including handicrafts and the meal she's making for us today.
What are we doing with the berries?
We make jam and sweet drinks and sometimes making lavashak.
I know that one. Oh my gosh, that's tremendous.
Very delicious.
Do you think maybe I could sneak another one?
These blackberry trees are tenacious, surviving semi-arid heat, unpredictable rainfall, and still bearing tremendously sweet fruit.
I want to try one of these kingberries just raw. Raw. You know, it's not cooked yet. Oh, that is so sour. How do you turn that into juice?
We put some sugar on it and boil it for 1 or 2 hours.
And then it becomes this.
Yeah.
To your health.
To your health. Oh yeah, that must have a lot of sugar to tame the sourness of that berry.
1 kilo kingberry, 1 kilo sugar.
Yeah. What is the main industry here?
It's famous for rose water.
It's a special kind of rose.
Yeah, it has many uses. It's for baking and cooking, relaxing for stomach, for heart. Women use this for hair and face.
What about growing hair?
No, just for shining.
Do you have anything for growing hair? I'm losing mine, plus I burnt half of it off.
Anyway, say you can use garlic.
Yeah, but then it's like I've got great hair, but no girl wants to come around me, you know?
Food in Iran is not fast food. Meal prep is a serious commitment, sometimes taking hours, and today, Targol is displaying the area's traditional favorites, and all of them require lamb meat.
So here we have basically a whole half of a lamb. And so what part did you ask for?
I asked him for a special food and they know that what we need.
Wow. When I was in Tehran, I had a good amount of vegetarian dishes like ash.
Yeah.
But here, your full menu, everything has meat.
Yes, in the central part of Iran especially, we say if the food has no meat, it's like someone has no father and mother.
I think I'm gonna like the central part.
Yeah.
I really like
if
meat.
you like meat, yeah.
Absolutely.
With ingredients in hand, Targol is ready to begin, starting with her first dish known locally as
گوشت و لوبیا پلو شیوی.
گوشت و لوبیا پلو شیوی. پلو شیوی.
Yeah.
گوشت و لوبیا پلو شیوی.
Yeah.
Got it. So right now we're in your kitchen.
Yeah.
It's like a very traditional kitchen for Iran, right?
Yeah. No, I should put some meat.
Yeah, sorry, I don't want to burn your food. let's do it.
Anytime there's lamb involved, she sautés it with onion to remove any gaminess. She adds a little turmeric and a lot of cinnamon. One of the keys to Persian cooking is understanding that some foods are considered to have a hot nature and others a cold nature.
Every food in Iran is either hot or cold?
No, we balance them in their food. For example, cucumber. If you eat many cucumber, you become a stomachache. It has a cold nature.
Good, I won't take any bites of any cucumber.
The food you should eat is also dictated by whether or not your own nature is hot or cold.
What is your nature, hot or cold?
I'm the balanced one, not hot, not cold. The doctor said me, you can eat everything.
Do I seem like a balanced person?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
In the nature, maybe.
I'll find out which I am later. When the meat turns golden brown, she adds white beans and water, braising it for 4 hours until it becomes tender. In many parts of Iran, the distinction between food, spices, and medicine is not so clear, as I'm about to find out.
We're in a factory.
Yeah.
What kind of factory is this?
Actually, it's a distillation factory which is used in every season for a special herb.
This is Farid. He's here to walk me through the ancient science of Persian medicinal extraction.
So we have 3 vessels that he's going to be working on today.
4.
4.
Do you have arthritis? This place has what you need. Diabetes? Sure, that too. Can't get aroused like you used to in your 20s? They can solve it.
This is Zenyan, a local herb.
What is this one good for?
Zenyan is good for digestive system and good for sex also.
All right!
If you use it as a drink or maybe in your food, it can have some effects on you. That's because they heat you up.
It heats you up.
And good for digestive system.
No, I got that part. I could just take some Pepto-Bismol for that. But I mean, to wake up the reproductive system, that's a pretty rare quality. That's nice. Can I get a bunch of that to take home with me?
Yeah, of course.
All right, sounds good.
Extractions of all kinds are produced here. They can be taken straight or mixed with food, as you often see with rose water.
Aside from what we're making over there, there's some really unique flavors. Here, cumin water. Huh?
If you are so fat, you can use this.
If you're so fat?
Muscular.
All right, great. Cheers. Cumin water.
Cheers.
Okay. It tastes like we extracted the flavor from some tacos.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a taco?
Yeah.
Do you like tacos?
Yes.
We'll get along. What else can we try?
Shikari. It whitens your skin.
Great.
So if you're tan, you can use this. You feel white? Whiter than before.
A little bit. It just has a little bit of woody taste, but none of these are intense at all. They're all just a hint of flavor. Finally, the cinnamon. Oh, that smells great.
Yeah.
That's very nice. It's a bit sweet even.
Yeah.
Sweet and cinnamony. Cinnamony.
Cinnamony.
You've been slaving away, like really creating a masterpiece here for the last 4 hours to bring this all together. Such an incredible effort, and I can't wait to try it out. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What do we start with? I heard that you could get killed for stealing too much of this.
Yeah, for potato taddy. It's the under the rice.
Okay, good. Enough talking, let's go for it. Oh, hearty and crispy. It's like the best potato chip I've ever had. I can see why people fight for that.
Along with the gushto lubia polo shavid, we have 2 other main dishes. First, shefte anar. I'll call it pomegranate meatballs. Grated onion mixed with minced lamb meat, turmeric, cinnamon, pepper, and chili powder. Add chickpea flour, an egg, make some balls by hand, and saute in oil.
Oh, that's very nice. So meaty, juicy, it's kind of sweet too. Do you ever put that sauce onto the rice?
In some cities, people do that,
Okay.
but in Kashan, no.
No, oh my gosh, Kashan, what are you doing to me?
Next, tas kebab, a famous Kashani eggplant dish. Eggplant fried on both sides, then cooked with lamb meat, tomato, and Kashan's signature pomegranate paste.
Here, the eggplant has become super soft. That's very good. It's very hearty. For me, the flavor is overall very mild. Mild enough that I can taste the nuance of the tomato, the turmeric, like all the different seasonings, flavors really come out. I've never had any cooking with pomegranate paste.
We have some foods with pomegranate paste.
It gives it some nice sweetness. When is the last time you cooked a meal like this?
Every day we cook one of them for the family.
Okay, you wouldn't usually make all three. Because I thought this was like an overload of meat. I'm like, man, are people really eating this much meat? But this is a special occasion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scoop up some of this one. Wow, lamb, beans. Oh wow, look at this. This is like enough for a coal miner. Slow cooked lamb, so soft.
And the secret to a delicious gush lubia is the use of bone and long time cooking.
It sounds like sometimes you cook it, it takes even longer.
Yeah, or grandmoms put it on the warmer from early in the morning till noon.
Well, for me, it's a lot of ingredients I wouldn't normally see. Using a lot more cinnamon with the meat, something sweet like pomegranate paste. It's very different, but absolutely delicious.
Day 2, Kashan. We've arrived at the bazaar, one of the jewels of the city with outstanding 19th century architecture. This place has everything: roses, textiles, silver handicrafts, and I'm here to find out if my own nature is hot or cold.
I have a friend who's losing his hair, especially around here. What do you recommend for that?
This is a spice shop. Dried plants you've never heard of, herbs, blends, spices. This is the intersection between medicine and seasoning. People can buy spices for cooking, but also look for remedies to improve their hair. I mean health. Their health.
It's a soap. This is good for hair roots.
Who's this guy?
One of the old spice men.
So this is for my friend. Obviously, my hair is fine and kind of lush and thick and beautiful. But I was wondering, I've heard a lot about people talking about being like a hot or a cold person or a balanced person. And I was wondering if you could look at me, kind of size me up and tell me which I am.
When you get up in the morning, does you taste a special thing in your mouth?
Yeah, terrible breath, morning breath.
Bitter or salty?
Bitter. In Iran, I definitely do. It's hot here. A normal amount, like 8? Is that normal?
It says you are balanced tempered, not
Really?
cold, not hot.
When you look at me, is there anything else that's obviously wrong with me?
Yeah, it says you should avoid sweet, even rice and potato.
Well, that's pretty obvious.
According to Targol, since I'm balanced in nature, I can eat everything.
Got it.
Including our final Kashani delicacy.
Can you tell me more about where we are right now?
Yeah, we are in one of the old houses in Kashan, Falahati house.
This is one of the old historical houses of Kashan. Once owned by a merchant over 100 years ago, it used to house an entire extended family in over 20 different rooms. And now it's a hotel.
It was Mr. Falahati's house, merchants of carpets and textile.
He was selling a lot of carpet.
Yes.
A lot of carpet.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be served up Kashan's best, stewed lamb and porridge, known locally as kachi.
Kachi, porridge and meat, that's all.
It looks amazing.
First, the porridge.
Kachi can be cooked in other cities in different way, but in Kashan we make this with split wheat.
Split wheat, broken wheat, or what some call couscous. It is highly nutritious, and when it's cooked, it has a hearty, warm taste and a vibrant yellow hue. Now, the meat. Lamb that's been stewed for 2 hours with carrots, green bell peppers, onion, salt, pepper, garlic, and celery.
Let's dig in, huh?
Yes.
All right.
You will start.
Why would I start? This is the trouble I have in Iran. People are so polite. They always want me to go first, except I don't know what I'm doing. So this is the kind of food we eat with our hands.
Yes.
Can I use my left hand too?
Yes, of course, why not?
Oh, it's pretty solid now. It feels nice. Grab a little meat and the onion. Ooh.
Wow.
Do you want to have some too?
Yes.
Oh, that's outstanding. That porridge is so thick, it's almost becoming like a solid again. How do you say, like, is it yummy? Is it delicious?
Hoşmazze.
Khoshmazin? Ali. Ali. Oh, he showed me his style's a little different. He grabs some meat first and then dip it like a nachos in a 7-layer dip, and then his hands are still clean.
Cinnamon?
And the secret to a delicious kachi is the meat. So the more delicious the meat, the more delicious the whole product.
I do like the onion a lot. The onion adds some sweetness, and then that lamb is so tender. Are people still eating this way today, or is this like old-fashioned, traditional?
Yes, in the city, but more in the villages. And I have to tell you that this is a sign of unity, that everybody is a friend, so nobody hates each other, and it's better feeling when you eat this.
What do you say?
Says, this is your lunch.
Yeah. This is everybody's lunch.
This is everybody's lunch.
Even in Iran's modern, fast-paced society, you can still see glimpses of ancient Persian traditions living on in a place that has one of the oldest cultures on Earth. Also, I'll let you know if my friend is able to grow his hair back using Persian medicine. "250 miles south of Tehran, the city of Isfahan. The third largest city in Iran. But hundreds of years ago, it was one of the largest cities in the world. A city with so much history and depth, the locals say.
If you see Isfahan, you've seen half of the world.
This is Parnyan. She guides lost travelers like me around Isfahan and surrounding areas. Today we're going deep into the food culture that separates Isfahan from the rest of Iran. Witnessing the traditional.
Sorry, you said appetizer? This is gonna fill me up.
The mass-produced.
We're gonna make 100 kilogram of gas today.
And the unexpected. So get ready for a food tour that has some heart and a whole lot more.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Oh, sir, thank you very much. What is going on here?
This one is duk.
Duk is a traditional Turkish drink, super popular in Middle Eastern countries, and Iran is no exception. A cold, savory, yogurt-based drink mixed with salt and ice. The first sip may shock you.
But they've also put a bit of herbs in there.
Those are mint and sometimes rose powder.
People grind up roses?
Yes.
Oh.
Tastes good.
It tastes like it has to be healthy.
It is healthy.
Okay. What is this doing to my insides?
Makes you fall asleep fast.
And then boom, a cracker.
We call that gushfi.
Gushfi?
Yeah, the word gush that you like.
Oh, gush, like meat?
No, without t.
What is gush without the T?
Literally means the ear of elephant.
Like elephant ear, chips, crackers.
But sweet.
Oh, who is this guy? Why are you feeding that guy?
Ask him for it.
Oh, you're just being nice?
Yeah.
Okay. The duk itself is... It's interesting. It's sour, salty, and then herby.
It's fantastic, and we mix this together. Different tastes, but good together.
The elephant ear, super sticky, but a great kind of crisp texture.
Fried and put in syrup.
This place is very unique. I feel like the ceiling is reaching down to grab me. It would be easy to get kind of claustrophobic in here.
Dining here is a hoarder's dream. Walls, ceilings, shelves, packed with Persian history and artifacts.
So lots of pictures of heroes in different sports.
What about that camel? Is that real?
Camel.
Have you seen a camel like that before? It's got 5 humps.
Oh my god, that's not normal. Is that? I don't know. Can we ask him? You know?
I don't... Who is this guy? You're gonna... Okay, you can ask him, yeah.
Oh. He asked me not to disturb him. It's just silly. We're gonna explore Isfahan, half of the world.
Why do you call it that?
Because of the beauty and the delicious food it has.
Oh, because there's so much like culture and history and food here.
Exactly.
On today's menu, Buryan. A place that sells Buryan is a biryani, but it has no relationship to the Indian dish biryani.
What does buryan actually mean?
Completely fried.
Are they going to be completely frying something, but just
something.
Not rice though?
No, not rice.
Ha, I think that's it. Should we go try it out?
Yes. Oh, they can open it.
Oh, look at this gate. It's keeping people out.
Oh.
Good luck.
This restaurant has been around for 10 years. It's one of the most popular restaurants in Isfahan, a family-owned business, and Mustafa has a passion for every part of the job.
We can't shake hands, but we can like elbow, boom, thank you. Right now, he's starting the beginning processes of making...
Yes, biryan.
The dish has a bread base using freshly baked sengak made in-house. The meat minced lamb including liver and lungs.
We call it white liver.
Why do you do that?
We call the liver and this one white liver.
If you're sick or something, you're like, oh my gosh, my white liver is so inflamed, I keep coughing. Is that what you say?
No.
Okay.
After trimming and sectioning, the liver gets boiled, then mashed along with minced lung meat.
Here we have a whole different kind of gusht.
Yes.
What gusht is this?
A leg of the cow.
Oh, baby calf. Aw, cute.
That's delicious.
The broth is a symphony of boiled bones, lamb, veal, sheep, fat, lungs, ginger, salt, and mint. The meat is dumped into boiling water along with sheep fat, like a lot of sheep fat. Finally, the meat and fat are ground up using this handy mincing machine.
The meat has been minced, it's been ground up, and we're ready to start this actual cooking process right now.
We are going to make an appetizer before biryani.
This is abgusht, my favorite Farsi word, meaning meat juice. It's basically the soup version of biryani with a slightly different preparation.
This has some of our sengak bread.
Add some broth to it.
Sheepy, beefy broth to soak up in the bread. What is this one?
This is cash.
And then more fat on top of that.
To it, cinnamon.
Oh, there's still more.
Yeah, it's just for the whole group.
Mint, tomato, pickled cauliflower, lung meat on the side, sesame seeds, and then saffron.
And almonds.
Almonds. This has everything. We've come to a restaurant full of paid actors. I actually will not film in front of the general public anymore. It's become a problem because I'm very famous now. So they're all doing a really good job. They just have to eat continuously for about 2 hours as we film the scene. This guy right here, paid actor. He's doing a great job. We'll see if he still gets paid at the end of the day. But first, we have a job to do. This is the heaviest meal I've ever seen in my life. I don't know.
It's huge even for Iranians.
Oh, wow. The bread super saturated with that broth, that fat. Okay, let's try it out.
I like that.
So much happening. It's savory, a little sour. Where's the sourness coming from?
The cash.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm tasting. The cash. Very sour, kind of chalky yogurt. It's like layers of experience. Now I got to the cinnamon layer with some nice texture of the almonds and the rich flavor of this lung meat. And I would never have thought of just boiling lungs.
Mix it with lots of additives and taste it.
To go with this super rich food here, is this basil?
We call these edible vegetables. Yeah, sabzi khordan.
Aren't all vegetables eatable?
I don't think so. We just call these grainy things edible vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we zoom in on the extra down there? Again, he's making eye contact.
Okay.
Sir, I'm sorry. You're not supposed to look at me during the scene. And can you keep?
I can't resist.
Can you keep just kind of eating a little bit? Some attitude on this one. Putting that to the side because this is the main course right here. Ba-boom.
The biryani construction starts with the foundation of sengak bread. Add some fat, lung meat, bell pepper, tomato, and pickled cauliflower. The minced meat is mixed with mint and saffron oil, then placed on a mini skillet already layered with cinnamon and sesame seeds, watching it sizzle away over the fire. This is the part most patrons miss, but it's a thing of strange beauty. Toss it on the bread, top with some almond, mint, and saffron sauce, fold it up, and here we go.
Where do we even start? So I'm gonna open it up. Oh my gosh. Break off the bread.
Yeah, we're gonna add some of the meat.
So we've got this minced beefy lamb mixture here. That I can get behind. Super heavy, but man, I'm gonna miss this bread when I go home.
Oh.
I really like it. It's got some body, but it can be very soft at the same time. I'm gonna go for a very large portion. Ooh, yeah.
This is a unique food which is served in special restaurants.
Every place you go is a recipe like this.
It's still similar, but the taste might be different. Like we had a strong taste of cinnamon sometimes.
People can add their own flair. More cinnamon, more mint.
Yeah, I like this one. So soft in my mouth.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
Check in with our actor one more time. Can you please don't look at us? I don't know why they put this guy right next to us. He keeps talking, but great scene.
Thank you, everybody.
And everybody, that's a wrap.
Finished. Thank you.
Thank you. Very nice. Cool.
Before getting dessert from an actual dessert factory, we're trying some of the offcuts of Isfahan.
What is this?
Oh, this is one.
What's the upside down heart?
5.
5? So you have a whole different number system here?
Yes, we do.
That's amazing. I had no idea about that. Even as a foreigner, usually I can at least see how much I'm paying. Here, I can't read the menu and I have no idea what the prices are.
The prices of the menu change daily or sometimes monthly. It depends on the price of dollar.
Iran is currently under the strictest sanctions possible by the USA. You can argue whether or not it's deserved, but the result for everyday people is skyrocketing prices on everyday goods like meat.
People decrease the amount of that portion in their daily meal. It used to be around 10 skewer, well, like 15. Now it's 35.
More than double.
Yeah, more than double.
In Iran, kebabs are the preferred method of protein preparation, whether it's lamb or chicken, or like today, the organ meats.
Today we're gonna try the heart and the liver.
Heart
and
and
the
liver.
kidney.
And kidney.
Yes.
Heart, liver, kidney. Cut to pieces, stick it on a skewer, sprinkle some salt, and that's it.
They're all in bread. It's like we've got 3 prize doors here, and I'm gonna look what's under prize door number 1. Boom.
What do you think it is?
Heart?
Hearts of lamb. Take some bread.
Make a mini sandwich, and that's kind of it, right?
That's it.
It's
you
super
can have
simple.
it with this one as well.
Edible or vegetables?
Vegetables.
But I don't have to.
No,
That heart is delicious.
I love it.
Super simple, just salt and meat. I'm gonna put some heart, a little bit of yolk, a little bit of herb. Guys, I mean, what you looking at?
Told you.
Yeah, heart has a great texture. Bread number 2. What's behind that bread? Liver?
You can add some lime.
That's a good idea. A little bit of fresh lime.
Can I have some?
Yeah, we need to eat all of this.
Without
Why'd you order
bread.
so much? A little bit of herb.
Better?
Behind bread number 3, we have kidney. When you were in Kenya? No, when I was in Kenya, I had raw kidney. It's so good.
I sometimes have a small piece of kidney. I really love it.
Raw?
Raw, yeah.
Oh man, I thought that was only in Kenya. You just had a little bite?
A little bit.
And then you cook the rest.
A little bit of bacteria.
A little bit of bacteria. I think it's all about mixing the ingredients, bringing everything together. Early
Yes.
on, I was just like bread, meat, but there's so much more elevation in flavor when you add some herbs, some yogurt, vegetable, put it all together. That's perfect.
I got it right in my stride, the dip in my hip, eyes open wide, look at my lips.
We have come to a factory in Isfahan where they are manufacturing joy in the form of a dessert called gaz. When I say gaz, how does that make you feel? What memories does that bring up?
Happiness, Nowruz, the New Year Eve, and family gathering and parties.
All that in one.
All that in one.
And here, the process manager for all the gaz, thank you, sir. What is this gaz called?
Darband. It's like an eagle.
Like an eagle? Oh, I like it. So will I feel like I'm flying when I eat this?
I'm pretty sure that's weed that caused that.
Did you say wheat?
They start with boiling water, gradually adding some sugar so it can dissolve easily.
Is all that sugar gonna go in there?
Yeah, we're gonna make 100 kilogram of gas today.
This
with all
right
the
here?
sugar. Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts.
Next, adding a bucket of glucose. From here, they let the machine do the work for the next 2 hours. But keep in mind, not so long ago, this all used to be done by hand.
I love to watch it.
Yeah, it's kind of relaxing.
Yeah.
I want a syrup fountain in my house.
Add some rose water and a mixture of frozen honey with herbal manna, a local desert herb.
The size of a birthday cake. There it is. Oh, dude. That's awesome.
After 30 minutes, they add in a foamy egg white mixture, giving the gaz a more cloudy texture. We need that cloudy, nougaty stickiness. But what really makes gaz special is these nuts.
Can you tell me about these nuts?
We're gonna use raw pistachio. That's all.
The making of this local treat has come a long way since it began 450 years ago. But still, some steps must be done by hand.
You're looking for hard parts of the pistachio.
To remove it.
Yeah, to remove
Okay.
it.
Hello, salam.
Khanasala.
I was wondering, could I ask you, in a usual shift, how many pistachios are you actually eating? Because I would eat so many.
Just 1 and 2.
Why did she look up at him while she said that? After 6 hours of rotating, mixing, the whole mixture has just become a pure white.
You just have to go in there, be careful because of the blade,
Yeah.
and pick it up, round it a little bit, and put it here.
It's nearly solid, but then it slowly starts to kind of ooze down. Do I get a spoon or do I use my hand?
We can dip in with our hand.
It's fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
Really?
2 fingers if you want.
3 fingers.
Okay, it's warm. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not like lava. Look at that. Incredibly sticky.
Oh.
This is gonna become solid in just a little bit,
Yeah.
but warm, kind of thick, sugary, marshmallowy feel to it with tons of, like so many pistachios in there. What percentage? What, like 37%?
38.
Oh, 38%. Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty close. It is like a warm, sugary cloud wrapped around pistachios. The combination of those textures, like kind of crunchy with this cloud around it.
And it's a little bit sweet, not too much.
Considering how much sugar is in there, yeah, not super sweet.
Because of the syrup they use.
And rose water, kind of perfumey, aromatic essence of the rose coming through too. This is delicious. Yeah.
Though it may seem counterintuitive to many in the West, Iran does have a thriving tourism industry. This was a revelation to me as well. The city of Isfahan is a key stop for visitors traveling from countries all over the world. If you ask me what is Iran like, it's this. Everyday people doing their best to get by, maintaining traditions and taking pride in their culture. Today we're leaving the culturally rich city of Isfahan and heading west to Najafabad. This city of 200,000 is known for its pomegranates, almonds, and one of the more rare animal proteins found in Iran. Today we're exploring some of the most unique food in this country.
So they're not usually milked by hand.
No,
they have
that's the way it's
Food that many Iranian people have never even seen.
Camel tongue.
Yes.
That is one food I've never had.
Discovering that even in a country eating a strict halal diet, it's still possible to stumble upon foods that'll make your grandma do a double take.
Wow.
So put your camel toes on ice
It's the toes of a camel.
and wait to witness this unique delicacy of central Iran. The weather in Najafabad is dry, sandy, and surrounded by desert. In the summer, the temperature can get up over 100 degrees, making it the perfect home for these guys. Camels thrive in some of the harshest, most extreme conditions on the planet, making them incredibly valuable throughout history in much of the Middle East for riding, transporting goods, and in some areas, dinner. Today, Parnyan is back, and she's brought me to a local camel shop.
We have a whole camel leg, front leg, back leg?
In the front leg.
This is huge.
This is the shop owner, an expert in all things camel. From farm to table, he's been providing the area's freshest camel meat for over 20 years.
Is camel common in Iran?
In desert area, the camel meat is much more popular.
Camel has been consumed for centuries. Ancient Greeks recorded it being offered in Persian banquets, where it was usually roasted whole.
The front, yes, the skirt.
Wow, that is like a blanket. You could wrap that around you and sleep at night.
The meat itself is rich in protein, vitamins, and other camel-y nutrients.
That is one heck of a rack of ribs. I'm blown away by the size of all the meat.
Camel meat is considered healthier than other protein sources because it contains less fat.
I like we're doing a little camel tour here. Oh, why am I gonna love this one? Camel tongue. That is one food I've never had in my life yet. Can I grab it? Thank you. Look at these thumbs. It's so big, you can see the taste buds on its tongue. Here you go, thank you. I'm really happy that I grabbed that. Is there any part of the camel people do not eat?
There's nothing you cannot use it. We use each part of the camel meat to make kebab with it.
Does he have feet?
Yes.
No,
he had.
it's a literal camel toe right here in my hands. I always wondered what that meant. What are we cooking with this?
They make a stew with it, but mostly in Iran, they use the camel bone to make handicrafts with it, or like boxes, mirrors, earrings.
That's pretty cool. I want to buy some camel earrings for my girlfriend. I think she'd like that.
The miracle of camels doesn't end with the meat. They also offer creamy, nutritious camel milk.
Boom, camel farm. How many heads of camel do you have?
Oh, about 30.
Sandy, hot, and dry. These may seem like tough conditions, but it's actually close to the camel's natural habitat.
Hey, what's your name?
Oh my God, look at those masks.
Yeah, it hasn't brushed its teeth for like a week.
Their diet, hay, and corn, and they're penned up in groups according to their age and gender, usually getting butchered between the ages of 1 to 6 years for the males.
So right now he's trying to milk the camel, and the camel's, I don't know if he's loving it or
No,
they have
that's
some...
not, that's the way I'm getting
Camel etiquette 101.
All right, everything's fine.
Don't stand behind the camel. One kick could send you back to last Thursday.
It's so warm still. This is a lot of camel milk.
Aside from the typical health benefits, some people here believe camel milk has a medicinal value by preventing diabetes and cancer.
Let's try it out. It's very thick and creamy. Very salty. It's pretty good.
It's not as sweet as other milk.
I think if it was a little colder, it may be a little bit more familiar taste, but it doesn't taste super different from ordinary cow milk. Wow, goodbye diabetes.
The camel milk is not only making me feel healthier, but it's also activated whatever body system controls bravery.
They've invited me to sit on the camel. Oh God, this thing's like 12 feet tall.
Does your travel insurance covers all the injuries?
Not camel-related ones, no.
No?
Oh my God! Look at this! Holy cow!
Oh, sento il tuo cuore che batte.
Oh, my boys are taking a beating. My groin region. Oh. Can we stop? Can we press the brakes?
Buy some, Yana.
Hold them tight.
That was fun. I'm learning a lot about Iran.
To complete the full camel experience, Parnyan's brought me here. Welcome to Koobideh Ferdos, and meet the men behind the best camel experience in central Iran, scoring an impressive 5 humps out of 5 humps. For 8 years, they've been filling patrons' bellies with their unique food creations, often starting with a strong, fresh bread base.
Can you smell it?
I can smell it. It seems so far in Iran, most big restaurants, they're like, we don't need a bakery, we're just gonna make our own bread. And it's made fresh constantly. Which type of bread is this?
Tafton.
When is the last time you had camel?
We used to buy a camel meat for our house, but it's been 10 years.
So there will be some Iranian people who are like, what? I've never seen that before.
How they make it?
Great.
Iran's camel preparation of choice? You guessed it, the kebab. But here, they're bringing these succulent skewers to the next level with a touch of Mother Nature.
This is a fig tree, right?
It is a fig tree. He's gonna show us how we can use the branches to make the kebab.
Like a skewer.
Yes.
Removing leaves and fruits from the fig tree is inevitably followed by fig latex, a kind of milky sap that's used here to help tenderize and soften the meat, leaving the kebabs more moist than the traditional metal skewers.
So he's working on getting more of those. While he's doing that, here, have a piece of a fig. I've never seen a real fig. Yeah, that looks real nice. Oh, wow. Sweet, juicy, a little mild pear flavor.
Love it.
I'm not trying to make you feel bad for me, but I'm a 34-year-old man eating a fresh fig and being like, wow, amazing.
The fig branches join the camel tenderloin, along with chunks of fat set to roast over hot almond tree coals and finally served in fresh Tafton bread.
Gentlemen and gentle lady, I think we've done it. I want to thank you guys for all this work that was put into these recipes over the many, many years that you've refined your process here. Where do we start? Thank you. Oh, skewer,
you can eat it with bread.
So right now, he's taking the meat off with the bread. Oh, this smells amazing. And they look amazing, and they don't look any different from any other lamb or beef. They just look like a normal meat. A little bit of lime, grab some bread, put in some camel, and then take it down. Here we go. Wow. Oh, that tastes amazing. That smokiness, really incredible. I'm gonna try just some camel meat alone. Oh, there's a seed.
It's really soft, isn't it?
Very tender. I can't really tell the difference between beef necessarily. If there's a way to really differentiate the flavor, it's usually gonna be through the fat. Oh, the fat, I don't know how to explain it. It has a great texture. It's juicy, but it doesn't feel like too much. You know, like when I go to Indonesia, they love satay. Let's try it out. A little bit of turtle satay. Okay, do you like it though, for real?
Yes.
And it's a little similar here. It just, everything gets turned into a kebab. Even I see this huge camel leg. I'm like, I can't wait to see what they do. Kebab.
Kebab.
Do you know why that is?
It's much more easier to make them. You don't need to add lots of additives and season to it.
You just need a stick, you just
yeah.
need some charcoal, and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Joining our meal, Gourmet Sabzi. I call it tiny camel meatballs. A balled up mixture of camel meat, spring onion, chickpea flour, dried grape powder, turmeric, local herbs, pepper, salt, cinnamon, and leeks. These get tossed in a pot of simmering tomato puree and cut cherry tomatoes until they cook through.
Wow, this is about 4 portions worth. Look at all these balls, guys. Who knew camel was so versatile, huh?
So they want to show you how to eat it.
Oh, I did it, yeah, of course I did it wrong.
So you have to separate the meatballs from the water.
And then you have to put bread into the broth.
Yes.
Man, people here hate liquid because they want to just make the liquid into a
Yes.
solid. It's really interesting though, as we travel through Iran, seeing these little patterns and starting to get an idea of what the cuisine is here. Let's go for it. It's very nice. Very complex broth, just rich, savory tomato essence. And the camel doesn't have a strong flavor at all. It blended very nicely with those other seasonings and the chickpea flour. That was really good.
What's the name of it?
I can't remember.
Godachte.
Godachte. Oh yeah, godachte.
This is normally eaten by the bride during her wedding or offered to women who have recently given birth. I'm not sure which of those two they think I am. Crushed dried dates and dried coconuts, set in water to rehydrate for 2 to 3 hours. Then cooked in a pot with animal fat, rice flour, turmeric, cardamom, cloves, cinnamon, honey, brewed saffron, and boiling water.
I'm gonna try it out. Such a unique combination, like a nice spiced dessert. I taste coconut, dates, and turmeric, and some of that fat in there to bind it all together. My baby. My baby's gonna be so happy.
Camel, a food that's very foreign to me, doesn't taste entirely different from beef, a food that's very familiar to me. Perhaps this could be a lesson for life. Every new experience, every new tradition or culture you happen upon may seem daunting at first, but underneath, once you take that first bite,
Cheers to fat.
you may discover the spice of life that binds us all together. Except for this camel in particular. If you see this one foaming at the mouth, run. That means it's trying to breed and his standard for acceptable mating partners is dropping by the minute. Today we're drifting further into central Iran, all the way to Varzaneh. They call it the City of White Angels, an ancient desert town still showing evidence of its 5,000-year-old civilization. Today, we're going on a culinary adventure through history.
This wheat mill is like a motor that is exactly 1 camel power.
From the traditional,
This is pickled garlic.
Yes.
But why is it black?
to the shocking,
When's the last time you ate it?
building up to the most disastrous, best ever food review show finale in the history of this show.
No!
So jump on board and pack your appetite. This is the rare desert food of central Iran. This is my guide for adventurous and motivated travelers, Muhammad. Our first stop on this desert excursion, a cow well, a traditional irrigation system that uses cattle to quickly and efficiently move thousands of gallons of water in a day. But the cow only works under specific conditions.
خبر اومد که یارم گشته بیمار دستمال پر کنم سیب و گلانار که فردا میرویم بر دیدن
It's the singing. So if he stops singing, what will happen?
It doesn't work. We recorded the voice of the guy. We played for the cow. He didn't follow.
Really? How long ago was this technology used?
600 years ago, there were 1,000 cows and there were 1,000 people whose job was singing for them. We noticed if you would push them, if you would lash them, it doesn't work at all, no? They're very musical animals. The owner can keep singing for 6 hours and he's keep pumping the water.
Can I try singing?
Absolutely, yes. Please do
All
that.
right, I think I got this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Why are you not moving? We're just getting the day started, and you've brought some chocolates. I cannot wait to try this out. Oh, that's not chocolate. Oh, what is that?
The dropping of female donkey. This is the most strong natural antibiotic.
I'm sorry, you eat this?
No. We inhale it.
When's the last time you used that?
I think it was in January, right?
Oh, you actually did?
Yes.
Do you have a fire nearby? Let's inhale some donkey dung. This is unbelievable. Oh, look at that skill. He's just lighting, just with a lighter, putting it in this device. Oh, yeah. Is he literally smoking the dung? This is the wildest thing I've ever seen. I'm open-minded. I'll try a little bit.
Exactly.
You try it. My approach was aggressive.
We take time until...
Taking the time with it, yeah.
So the dosage of this medicine is basically until the...
Dosage.
Yes.
Like 1 turd, 2 turds. Take 2 turds, call me in the morning.
I got a little bit of a donkey buzz. I mean it.
Today we're on a mission to uncover how this ancient civilization lived in the past, and which traditions still continue today, like escaping to far-off sand dunes for a private feast. But first, we're picking up a crucial ingredient at the camel mill.
Mohammed, as far as I understand, today is kind of a mix of traditional and modern. That was great. What did you say?
He just wanted to, to bring a new hat. Maybe it would be nice on your head.
We don't need a hat. I'm good. Okay. Oh my God, I'm gonna stop people from having unwanted pregnancies. All right, where was I? Mohammed, it seems today we're doing a mixture of modern and traditional. What is the plan in the desert?
We want to grab some bread, some vegetables, some meat. At the end of the day, we're gonna reach to the sand dunes where we want to do the barbecue.
Great, real quick, what's this?
Yeah, so that's different tribes. They have got different hats, so you're from different tribes.
Hey, we're from different tribes, but we're still one. Let's check out some camels.
The camel mill. This ancient system uses a camel to grind the wheat.
This wheat mill is like a motor that is exactly one camel power.
Just like the ox, the camel is only motivated by music. Despite this system being 100 years old, the camel owner, Mr. Mahamdi, still uses it today to provide flour for his family and neighbors.
Are we gonna grab some of this wheat today?
Yes. And then we're gonna head to my mother's place where we're gonna bake some bread.
So we're here, this is your mother.
Yes.
And she's here to show us how to make a local bread. What is a bread called?
The bread is called kopichi.
Kopichi is a traditional bread of this region, made from wheat grain and known for its herbal toppings like safflowers, a popular substitute for saffron.
Is it really imitation saffron?
Yes.
That's amazing.
It starts with the dough, combining ice water, salt, and yeast, then flour and kneading it until it's smooth.
Got some great sound effects coming off this bread.
The dough is left to rise for a couple hours.
Exactly 2 hours.
All right, let's come back in 2 hours. Psych, we already did it 2 hours ago. Guys, what do you think? We didn't plan ahead? We have another bowl right over here. Wow, even the bowl grew from the yeast. And the color changed too.
Then portioned and dipped into an herbal seed mix, including fennel, safflower, caraway, and sesame seeds. We'll bring this bread for our dinner in the desert. But before we continue on our journey, Mohammed's mother invited us for lunch.
First of all, thank you. Oh, you got a phone call you can take?
No, that's fine, don't worry.
Did you just throw your phone? Get out of here. You got a phone call, you take a phone call, you know? There are people here just like anywhere else.
We're starting our feast with pickled garlic, turned black from grape vinegar and pickled for over 7 years. It can be used as an antibiotic or an appetizer.
Oh. That's very sour, but I like that. It is very much like a pickle. And then the texture is just very soft.
To reduce the cholesterol, the bad fat, we use pickles.
For our main course, we have 2 dishes. First, halajush, one of the more intimidating foods I've experienced in Iran, starting with kashk, a fermented dairy product similar to curds that smell like sour milk. She soaks the dry curds with water to create the kashk. In a separate pan, oil, onion, mint, and turmeric. Then the kashk, then minced walnuts.
I'm gonna try this out.
Hope you will like it. This is the most enjoying part.
It is a very unique flavor, kind of sour, but also chalky. For me, it's a harder food to get used to. I think if I grew up with this, I would be more accustomed to it, but it's still very new to my taste buds. It's like the first day of school in my mouth.
Dish 2, Eshkene Rabe Anar, a sweet soup made from pomegranate paste. She starts with oil, onions, flour, turmeric, and mint. On the side, a mix of pomegranate paste, grape molasses, and water. Put it all together, simmer, and eat.
Cheers.
I'm already started, please.
Whoa. I like that. That is a sweet adventure. A little bit sour, very sweet. And I see that's a common theme, like a lot of sour foods.
For us in Iranian cuisine, it's important to get some energy without having sugar inside their food, which is not very healthy.
Well, for me, that was great. I feel very well balanced. Thank you very much for this incredible meal and the opportunity to sit down with you.
Now that we've picked up our bread for tonight's feast, we need our protein.
We are in a farm with heaps of very weird animals just beside us. They're watching us with a very long necks. And they're not giraffes.
They're not giraffes?
Yes.
Okay, do I need any safety tips before we jump in? Nah? It's pretty cash. Some animal behind this wall, a rare food of Iran.
Yes.
We're gonna find out now. Let's go. Oh my God. It's an ostrich farm in the middle of the desert. What is going on?
Iran is the second largest ostrich meat producer right after South Africa.
Is this a common food in Iran?
It's a special food for special occasions.
When's the last time you ate it?
3 months ago, 2 months ago. It's not like turkey that you might eat it back in US.
Don't worry.
Yes.
I handled that. Are these good pets?
Yes.
They're pets for now, but eventually these are gonna be someone's dinner. In fact, they're gonna be our dinner tonight.
Ostriches are bred not only for food, but the skin is used for leather, the fat for skincare products, and the feathers for dusters.
So everything gets used?
Yes.
Are they smart?
And not as much as their beak. I think they're like...
One of them stepped on a bucket and then they all got freaked out. This is groupthink at its finest. All right, I'm gonna go chase around these ostriches and then we're gonna take off.
It's such a simple world.
Just past the edge of the city, our final destination, the desert. These dunes are well suited to all types of nighttime activities. It's your local drive-in theater, treehouse, and lookout point all in one. And what happens in the dunes stays in the dunes, including a little bit of reckless driving.
Oh, it's like a sandy roller coaster.
Half a sport and half an accident waiting to happen.
Oh no, the seatbelt won't work. Oh, what?
It doesn't get any better than this.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No, that was great.
This evening's desert feast includes a local delicacy called pitu.
Pitu is like a traditional way of making the meat only using the fat of the sheep.
Start with a sheep fat base, add mutton, tomatoes, potatoes, and wait. On the side, Mohammed prepares ostrich kebabs, simply marinated in lemon juice and onions, stuck on skewers and roasted on an open fire.
Well, Mohammed, check it out.
Yes.
We're really doing it.
Let's try it, yes.
Today has been building up to this point. Flour from a camel mill.
You're doing a great job in here. You're doing great work.
Bread from Mohammed's mother.
Like, are you an influencer of bread? Well, I'm happy to promote your Instagram after this.
Meat from an ostrich farm. A setting sun in the background. It seems perfect, right?
We're just getting blasted with sand every 35 seconds. Oof. So the sand, is that part of it? Does that add flavor?
That was not a part of the plan, but we were not lucky with the direction of the wind.
If you ever have the idea of doing a barbecue in the desert, remember to check the weather forecast, or maybe don't set up camp in the eye of a sandstorm.
I've never eaten in a dust storm before.
Yes.
It's like a whole new experience for me.
Due to unforeseen circumstances, the wind has added some unwanted desert spice to our foods.
Listen, we film a lot of videos. Eventually, something will not go as planned.
The most important, finally, we have got our own bread, right?
Bread we eat alone or with something?
You can just make a small sandwich from that. Here you go.
Any sand? I thought you were gonna die. The pitu is good. I like it, man. The texture, it has a granular nature. It takes a little getting accustomed to. The bread, very delicious. I love the herbs, seasonings on top. It speaks to my heart. How do you avoid this usually?
I think we just pitch a tent and we serve it inside the tent.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Do you think we should do that?
I think it's a bit late for tonight.
Okay.
I might pitch a tent later on tonight though.
Before we pack it up, I want to savor this moment a little bit longer with our well-earned ostrich kebabs, caked with desert sand.
And here it is. Even with sand, right? We gotta try one.
Yeah, why not?
How disappointing. We went to a farm. I had an ostrich kick me in the back. It's kind of like revenge in a way. Let's go for it. Oh, that's pretty good. I like the lemon on there. I mean, listen, it's got some desert seasoning on there for sure, but that has a very good taste. It's a little sweet. The lemon and onion you put in there definitely comes through. It's like hearty. It's not like chicken at all. We did a lot of cool shit today. See, good thing we filmed a lot of stuff. You never know what's gonna happen in the end. The trick is to just let everybody in on what's going on instead of just being like, no, it's not sandy at all.
The traditional desert food of Varzaneh was born of necessity. In the centuries preceding electricity or refrigeration, how do you preserve food? Condense and dry your milk so it lasts months instead of weeks. Used condensed grape molasses that will last ages. Even dry bread is rehydrated to make it palatable in soup. Geography and climate have a way of forming each region's palates, and that's especially true here. The events you're about to see unfold throughout this video occur once in a lifetime. An American joining a nomad wedding in central Iran.
There you go. There you go. Oh, thank you.
A ceremony few outsiders have witnessed and even fewer have caught on camera.
What is going on here?
These are the Qashqai people.
Is anyone here gonna get hurt?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Yeah.
Today I'll be joining what may be the most important day of this couple's lives. A wedding celebration attended by thousands of friends and family.
Going nuts though, I've never seen anything like this. This is crazy.
With wedding customs you've never seen before.
Holy shit.
And food on a scale that's nearly impossible to comprehend.
The way that they are giving it to everyone, you know?
So fast.
We're about to witness true love in Iran, between me and this traditional nomad food.
I'm trying to take less space. I'm like man-spreading accidentally.
So, Sonny, welcome to this place. We're hosting this lovely family here.
And this is a breakfast tradition?
Yeah, you know, people who's coming here, they invite them to their place. So they slaughter the chip and then they cook and they barbecue as a kebab for the special guests here, just like you right now.
This family is part of the Qashqai, one of the biggest nomad groups in Iran. They're here today to support the success of the wedding, waking up early and preparing food for others in the community who will facilitate today's events.
Right now we have the liver kebab with lungs kebab and the hearts kebab.
We'll start the day with the Qashqai tradition of preparing and eating kebabs made from the sheep's organ meats.
What is this?
This is lungs.
Wow, roasted lungs.
Yeah.
With bread?
Yeah, with bread. Which is fresh meat.
It tastes about like what you would think it would taste like. What do you think?
I remember the old days.
This is Mohsen. He spent the first few years of his life living the nomadic Qashqai tribe lifestyle, moving throughout the year, always in search of better grazing fields for livestock. At age 8, his family settled in the city of Isfahan, where he's lived ever since.
How did growing up like that affect how you look at the world now?
Here you got more free time to think about the life. But in the city you got all the time stress of the work, of the place to sleep, a loan from the bank. But here, these doesn't make sense. The only thing that makes sense is to be grouped around, to be together all the time. There is no TV, there's no internet. People were more
connected.
Yeah.
Traditionally, the Qashqai move according to the weather and the needs of their livestock. These days, most nomadic communities have settled in search of an easier life. Though their lifestyles have changed, their traditions remain the same, especially those surrounding special ceremonies like today's wedding.
Let's go for the liver.
This super thin bread with some liver. Let's try it out. Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, super simple. A delivery with some salt and bread.
Really simple, but really healthy.
Yeah, I feel my health skyrocketing. Today, we're at this wedding. Yeah. This is a very rare opportunity.
Weddings are different in the tribes. When a woman from another tribe is married to a boy from another tribe, the number of the people gets higher. Maybe today we're gonna have thousands of people here.
Thousands?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why it's rare.
This is like the quiet meal before the storm of people.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
Everybody, how is it? What's your favorite body part?
He liked the heart.
Oh, is there a heart here?
He had it all.
He ate it all?
Yeah. There's no heart left for us.
Right now, it's 9:30.
So they're gonna gather around all here. After the music starts, they start to dance together. All the group together. And
Outside?
Outside.
In the sun?
In the sun.
Oh, brutal. I mean, yeah, I can't wait. Wedding preparations are in full effect. Right here, we're making maybe our second course.
Yeah.
This is pure sheep fat, right?
Yeah, with some extra butter, they're gonna turn this fat into an oil.
The meat from the sheep has been diced and placed in a mixture of water, garlic, cumin, turmeric, onion, and salt, stewing for about an hour.
So we're gonna see that in a bit.
Yeah.
It takes a while to build.
Exactly. So it's called gourmet. It's a special main dish for the wedding.
Your fire broke.
You just wanna put it here, right?
Okay, I'll put it back. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, we helped out.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
We're trying to dance at the moment. You just go up and down, one left and then one right. Don't do it with both hands.
If I dance bad, is a guy with a gun gonna do anything? No. Or is a gun?
Clothes are colorful. It means that we are not in trouble with other tribes.
They're gonna look at their wedding video like, who's that guy? The food's been cooking for a while now, about an hour with this lamb. It's kind of become stewed and a bit soft.
We're gonna try it.
We're gonna try it out.
Oh yeah.
That's a great piece.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wow, look at this mutton rib meat. It looks so juicy.
It's really tasty.
Great spices, salty, savory, tender.
Everything's mixed together.
It's got some kick to it, huh? Hey. Wait, what's going on here?
In the old days, men inside the tribes, they must have the courage to show themselves. For the future, when they become old, they could control and be the leader of the tribe. So we call it a stick fight. Someone grab a bigger stick, which means he's defending, and the other one has a smaller stick to hit it. So if he hit it, that guy lost. And if it doesn't, they switch the positions.
Are the guys all part of the same family?
They are from different tribes, so different tribes are fighting together.
How serious is it? They look super intense.
No, they're just acting like that.
I noticed the women are not very interested. They're like, we'll just hang out in the shade, you guys work it out. After people partying, dancing for 4 hours, finally, the bride and groom have showed up right behind us. People are getting nuts.
If they get some surprises or maybe some gifts, they were gonna give it to them. And after all that, we'll have lunchtime.
Okay.
That's going to be what's that.
I can't wait. Going nuts though. I've never seen anything like this. This is crazy. There's smoke bombs, kids dancing, firing rifles. This is the most raucous thing I've ever witnessed.
Coming from different tribes, but forming a single union, with thousands of friends and family to pay witness. You don't need to speak the language or understand the culture to know this is a special moment. As the wedding festivities continue, so does the food prep. Chickens are slaughtered, feathered, and stuffed with onion, pomegranate, and walnuts. sewn shut and cooked in a pot with turmeric, cumin, garlic, water, and salt. But this crowd is huge and hungry, so the wedding planner called for backup days ago.
They got the food in these huge vessels. They've got rice.
They cannot make it here, so they make it in the small kitchens.
Not 1 minute too late, a huge food truck arrives with giant vessels, piled high with rice and meat.
They're just doing this right out the back of the truck, and they're just going to start scooping up.
So
one plate per person?
Per person, yeah.
The guardians of the food truck get to work, setting up an assembly line, tossing together plates of kebab, rice, and yellow saffron-soaked rice.
Everyone behind us is eating. Literally hundreds of people. That's not even half the people. Do the men and women eat the same thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do the men eat first?
Because the women are dancing.
That's a good point.
In no time, this team has scooped together and delivered hundreds of meals.
The way that they are giving it to everyone, they're doing it super fast because, you know,
so fast.
Yeah.
I like this. I've never seen it where they just hide the kebab.
It's not only for hiding, it's also for keeps it warm.
I'm gonna try chicken first.
It's sour taste.
But very like warm, tender, and savory. Oh, that's nice. I noticed on the truck with the rice, dumping oil onto the white rice.
You know, because the rice cooks maybe a bit earlier, it's become a little dry, so they add some oil to it to make it, you know,
nice and moist.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good meal. So I got lamb kebab here. I'm gonna try that out. I like that even more.
My personal favorite.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Most of the Iranian main dishes, especially when the rice is, you're gonna have the saffron.
Now, would it be too expensive to make it all saffron, or would that not be delicious?
No, if you use a lot of saffron, you might be not feeling good. And it's also for the decoration when they put it on.
Decoration and some balance.
Yeah.
Now that we're fueled up, there's only one thing left to do.
To speak with the bride and the groom.
Sir, what would I wash it? Oh, an apple.
An apple.
That's perfect.
Among Iran's population of 81 million, there are about 1.5 million nomadic people, the most of almost any country. Today we've witnessed two of them forming a new family, the start of a new lineage that will carry on the Qashqai traditions to the next generation. It is the mission of the Best Ever Food Review Show to seek out and document
This is sick, yo.
the most unique food from around the world.
How do you find it?
Milky.
Yeah, it's milky.
From hunting and cooking up python in Florida, USA,
They have a really unique looking long liver.
You want to eat it?
I want us to eat it.
Oh, wow.
to cooking pork in a natural earth oven while rubbing shoulders with a Papuan chief. Today's search for the strange has brought me to the country of Iran. Few Americans have had the chance to visit here.
What would be considered a strange food in Iran? Well,
And far fewer have gotten permission to document what they experienced.
I'm tempted to call it spaghetti ice cream.
From sheep who have lost their heads,
کفش اومد کفشو میگیریم
Are you counting them?
To a dessert maker who's lost his mind.
It's a very thorough mixing. By the time it's all mixed in, do you even feel the meat in there?
So expect the unexpected as we go off menu in Iran.
You're welcome.
So it's like some good tea. Do you go with sugar or no sugar?
We use this one. We call it nabat.
Nabat.
You can put it inside and melt it.
Just let it disappear a little bit.
This is Soleiman. He has a Wikipedia page. I don't even have a Wikipedia page. He studied martial arts for 16 years in Japan. Now he's passing this martial arts knowledge on to the next generation. And he's passing his culinary knowledge on to me.
In ancient time, even now, most of Iranian traditional sportsmen, especially after practicing in the morning, they come and they eat kelle pache, so we get more strong bodies.
What is kelle?
Kelle means head.
And poche is?
And this feet.
All that's on the menu here is sheep head and sheep feet?
Yes.
Cool.
Kelle pache, literally head and hooves, is a dish that has deep roots in Iran. Food born long ago of necessity, making use of the less prized cuts to create one surprising meal.
When you get the head, do they bring you the whole head? I don't really want to look my food in the eyeballs. So they've just cut up all these different meats and put it on a plate. Yeah. So by the time you see it, you don't even know if it's cheek meat or...
No, we know.
Oh, you're good. You are an expert. I'm about to go see how they make it. When I come back with a plate of this meat, I want you to point to each piece and tell me what is what.
Okay.
All right, are you hungry?
No, but okay.
You're not hungry.
This is Tabaki Kaj restaurant.
The food is getting prepared right now. I'm gonna help them pile it in. Why don't you come with me?
There is no vegan menu.
Oh, I got it. Oh, that's heavier than you would think.
No vegetarian option.
I got it.
No house salad.
It's a good workout.
Just the classics. Meat dishes that date back hundreds of years.
There's about 20 heads in here. All they've done so far is clean them and kind of burn the fur off of the outside. I think we should start the cooking process so it starts to look more like food and less like a horror movie for sheep. So right now we're just loading all the heads into the water. It's important to grab them by the teeth, I guess. It's like a good grip point.
The sheep heads and hooves will boil for the next hour.
Goodbye for now, little guys.
Luckily, we have a fresh batch already ready to go.
Will this tooth come out? Oh, I kind of wish I didn't do that. We've got everything here, and this is the assembly area. Here in the back, we have all the heads. Here, the brain, rendered sheep fat, and then the hooves. Somewhere hiding in here is the tongue, too. Oh, okay, there's the tongue, I found it. Oh, the cheek meat just comes off so easily. Back over here, the tongue, peeling this outer layer. You don't want that, but inside is this really tender tongue meat. Oh, what? He's taking the eyeball, but all this fat and muscle tissue around the eyeball he's keeping right here. A whole hoof, a brain, putting some broth, bringing all this back to life. Some oil on top. This is gonna be so rich. Cinnamon on top, and then it is done. Sir, thank you. Oh, yeah. Merci.
Before getting to the main course, the chef insists on offering an appetizer. It's called abgusht.
If you had to create a name for it in English, what would you call it?
Mid-water.
All right.
I call it brain gravy. Cooked sheep brains are minced and placed in a small bowl with sheep broth, pure fat, and cinnamon. At the table, you're free to toss in a squeeze of lime and some bits of sangak bread.
It's very rich. That sheep fat, it's like eating the soul of a sheep. It has like the sheep essence.
Yes.
Once you mix in everything, you don't really feel the brain that much.
Yes, the taste of the brain and the soup get together.
We have a little bit of everything here. So you said as you look at it, you can pick out every food item.
Yeah.
Can you give me a tour of this platter?
Sure. This is the brain. This part is meat of the face.
Cheek.
This area. And this one, the end of the ears.
Oh.
And this one, pache.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
I think you missed one.
Oh. I cannot see because I don't have my eyes with me. This one. Oh, wow. This is zaban, means tongue.
Tongue.
Some call this dish old man food. Maybe it's because some old men know how to appreciate tradition.
How do I share one tongue with somebody?
And maybe it's because watching your food watching you scares the younger generation.
I'm gonna try this cheek meat at first, just alone.
For me, when I close my eyes and open my mouth, all I taste is high quality protein.
Wow. When you come in here, the restaurant smells a bit sheepy.
Yes.
So I thought this would be sheepy.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just super tender meat. That cinnamon adds a nice layer to it. Oh, I like that a lot. You can take the tongue, you can just spread it on the bread like a pate. Oh man. Wow, it just has that nice kind of lamb flavor. Yeah. Super tender though, incredibly soft. I love being surprised like this. It's so good.
I'm happy.
Yeah, me too. I've got the sheep foot right here. Do you think this sheep ever stepped in poop?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. But they cleaned it a lot, right?
Sure.
Okay, it's
Sure.
fine. So it's fine, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Oh, it's like pure gelatin. That feeling of kind of loose, jelly, fatty. When I was young, if you gave this to me, I could not handle it. Now I like it. I think for me, this is a very pleasant surprise. I really did like it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Remember Mohsin?
This is great for sex, you know.
I'm sorry, what?
This time he's showing me one of Tehran's strangest snack food combinations.
I'm tempted to call it spaghetti ice cream, but it's not that because the noodles aren't ice cream. They're real noodles, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a noodle, but we call it faluda in Farsi.
In Iran, you're more likely to eat noodles for dessert than for dinner. Gourmet Sabzi shop has been around for 65 years, refining this traditional Iranian recipe. Thin vermicelli-sized noodles made from starch in an ice-cold syrup containing sugar and rose water with some cherry syrup on top.
I want some of these really frozen ones. Let's try it out.
Do you feel the rose?
Oh, that's what it is. It's so perfumey. Man, if I was missing my girlfriend and she wore this perfume, I would just eat this when I miss her. Aside from that, this texture is great because the only one I have to compare it to is in India. This is basically a noodle ice cream. Oh, that is a complex flavor profile. Those noodles are very soft, and these noodles have great texture. They're like frozen all the way through. It's like kind of fun to bite through.
Don't compare it with any other place in the world.
Okay, yeah, stop comparing
It's only in Iran. There's a tradition. When we finish the noodles, we do something like this. And we drink the water.
It's like the broth. I mean, for me, where I come from in Asia, we just call that broth. Super sugary, sweet, syrupy, but it's refreshing. This is like a big dessert. I'm really surprised by the sizes of food here, but the people are not huge.
Our old friend Parnyan joins me as this exotic food feast continues in her home city of Isfahan.
Behind us, a confectionery whipping up one of Iran's most outrageous desserts with an ingredient you would never expect to see: meat.
Yes.
Does this seem normal to you?
I grew up with that food.
What is the name in Farsi?
Khoresh mas,
Which means
yogurt stew.
Khoresh mast, an Isfahan tradition. The main ingredients, stewed meat and yogurt. An impossible combination, but after seeing how it's made, it'll all make sense.
First of all, thank you for the hairnet. Do you need a little hairnet like for your mustache, or that's good?
No, they don't need one.
Okay, all right, hey, if you say so.
Lamb neck meat is braised until tender, shredded into thin strips, and mixed with creamy Iranian yogurt.
It's almost like he's shampooing someone's hair. That's what it reminds me of. Have you ever shampooed someone's hair before? It's a very thorough mixing. By the time it's all mixed in, do you even feel the meat in there?
No one can feel the chunks of.
Oh, okay. He's showing us the old traditional way of doing it by hand, but usually, I mean, he's using these machines back here, guys. I mean,
yeah.
He's got it. It's right here. It's pretty useful.
He blends saffron with sugar to make a powder, dilutes that in water, shakes it, and tosses it in with the rest. When the mixture turns a live-strong shade of vibrant yellow, he adds more sugar, then more sugar, and a lot more sugar. Mix, 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 and finally, a finishing touch, some walnuts.
It seems like the recipe, it's just more saffron is never bad. Have you ever had too much saffron?
I'm gonna have right
Oh,
now.
right now? Are you saying this is too much? I'm not even sure exactly what saffron tastes like. It seems like everything in Iran that's yellow like this, it's either turmeric, saffron, or sometimes both.
Yeah. How does that taste for you?
Oh, that's what saffron tastes like. Saffron tastes like elegance.
Exactly.
You're right, there's no meat bits in there, but it's a little weird how it's like sweet, sour, and meaty at the same time.
The end result tastes nothing like lamb meat, but just like Halim where they mix stewed mutton with wheat, the meat itself alters the texture of the dish, giving it a congealed, thick consistency, unlike any dessert I've tried before.
For me, this is the pinnacle of luxury. This is pure opulence.
Pure opulence. I'm gonna add that to my vocabulary.
Great, perfect.
In pursuit of chasing down the world's most unique foods, I've discovered that if culinary traditions have survived for hundreds of years, there's usually a reason for it. And more often than not, you'll be very happy you gave that wild-looking dish a try. Over the last 2 weeks, I've explored Tehran and the most unique, diverse sections of central Iran. Today, before leaving the country, I want to partake in something that seemed unthinkable just weeks ago.
Thank you so much for having me.
Eating a home-cooked meal with a family in Iran's capital.
Before coming, I called a family member and I said, hey, I'm feeling a little bit nervous about going to Iran.
From the beginning of my journey until now, any notion I had of this place has been erased and rewritten.
Don't give a thumbs up. It's considered offensive in Iran.
This is true.
It's offensive?
Yes.
And now, as my journey draws to an end, I'll experience a final dose of Iranian hospitality.
And I just can eat the whole thing?
Yes.
Including Iran's most famous home-cooked dish.
Every week, one time we make it.
Something you must try before leaving the country.
This is what I've been kind of building up to, this whole trip up to this food. Ladies, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having us. Do you know anything about this food?
Gourmet.
Yeah, gourmet.
Doing a little detective work. I see beans, I see French fries, I see a meatball.
Not a meatball.
Is that a meatball?
Lemon, a dried lemon. We use it for seasoning.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
That really threw me off.
Don't try that.
It's bitter.
I was about to be like, oh, I can't wait for this meatball.
Gourmet is a traditional food loved throughout the country. A combination of split peas, tomatoes, onion, mutton, dried limes, and some French fries on top. Served with Persian steamed rice and a bit of golden saffron soaked rice.
Is this a normal lunch?
Yes, in Iran, this is very famous.
Traditional food.
Maybe every week, one day we have gourmet.
Oh, okay, so pretty traditional.
Over the last 2 weeks, I've immersed myself in Iranian culinary tradition, and here's what I've learned. Though they use a variety of spices, the food generally tastes very mild, with a focus on letting natural flavors come through. Whenever possible, the meal is built around meat, especially mutton, chicken, or beef. It can get heavy, with generous amounts of animal fat piled on top. Portions in restaurants are huge. Dairy seems to accompany almost every meal, in drinks, as ingredients, or as a side. Yogurt is everywhere. Then there's the fresh bread, an obsession in this country. Last, sourness. From sour fruit to sour milk, sour flavors really stand out and can be enhanced further with fresh or dried limes.
Where do we start?
You should
In here?
put this too on your rice.
Put it on the rice. I knew it. A little bit of bean, a little bit of oil, a little bit of meat. I'm gonna try just the rice and bean.
Was it good?
It's good. It's very rich, nice and meaty, a little oily. Not a lot of salt. I'm gonna hammer it with some salt. I found that food here does not have a ton of salt. I like a bit of salt. I'm weird like that.
Try with this one together.
This is some kind of seasoned olives with the paste of pomegranate and walnuts.
I'm gonna take this. I'm putting it here. That is the key. You've unlocked the flavor. I like it because it adds some sourness. It's a little bit of sweetness too. I think without that, it would feel incomplete.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit more what you do in Iran?
I'm a student mostly. Hi Sonny, I've been actually watching your video for a while now and I got this idea to invite you to my home country, Iran.
This is Vanya, a 17-year-old high school student who reached out to me suggesting I visit her country. Her mother, Sahila, is a professor at a medical university. They are like most women I've met in this country, educated, strong-willed, and ambitiously pursuing a brighter future.
Do people from Iran like Americans? I mean, so far in this trip, people have been very kind to me. They're curious about what we're doing when they ask where I'm from, but no one's been negative about it.
It's true. I told anyone who asked that I am indeed American, and no one cared. In fact, most local people responded positively and seemed to be fans of US culture.
We love guests from everywhere. It doesn't matter from which country. We are welcome for all of them, really.
Hospitality is simply built into Iran's culture. They have a saying, guests are a gift from God. A trip that began with anxiety and uncertainty is ending with feelings of acceptance and connection.
I want to ask a question because before I came here, it was kind of hard to do research. So I want to read off some advice I found online and you can tell me if this stuff is still true. Okay. Don't use your left hand while eating a meal.
No.
No, I haven't heard of that.
No.
All right, I'm right-handed, so I've been fine. But you haven't heard of that one?
No.
Do you see how unuseful this was? I got here, I was like, left hand down, thumbs down. Don't give a thumbs up. It's considered offensive in Iran.
This is true.
It's offensive?
Yes.
But a lot of people here did that.
In the past, it was kind of used as an insult.
But today?
Some people find it offensive, but I think that people are more used to it.
Oh man, I gave a lot of people the thumbs up during this trip.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run.
To not eat a home-cooked meal in this country is to not truly experience Iran. Today, my hosts will be cooking up Gourmet Sabzi, an iconic dish in Iran and one that every household can prepare. But before prep can begin, we're headed to Tabriz Market to pick up some ingredients.
We've come to the market, and in front of us, walnuts.
Yes, you can find it only in Iran, not any country. And Iranian people, they say that this is very good for brain. If you eat, your IQ will grow up.
It's just water. It's not salt water or anything.
It's only water. This is a favorite thing for breakfast.
How many would you need for breakfast? Like 100?
1 or 2.
1 or 2? Let's go for it. Oh, that's much better than a walnut.
How
I mean, it is a walnut.
It's very good.
But it only, walnuts can be so dry. It's got a great kind of soft crunchiness to it.
And it's not oily that much.
Do they sell already peeled ones?
No, they don't sell it like that.
So you always have to do it yourself?
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot of work. One day when I get really rich, I'm gonna pay for someone to do that for me. Sabzi, it means vegetables.
Vegetables.
We call these herbs. So what are we getting today?
So Gourmet Sabzi is made from some mixed vegetables, like leeks, cilantro, and 2 other Persian herbs.
And it's all gonna be combined?
Yes, and then we're gonna fry it so that it has a different taste.
The herbs actually get fried?
Yes, they get fried.
Fresh herbs are a staple in this country, and herb shops are almost as common as the bakeries. Just let the herb specialists know what you're making, and on the spot, they'll mince a fresh blend of parsley, leeks, green onion, coriander, and whatever else you want to toss in.
He has his big veggie grinder right here, and he's grabbing, what is this one?
Espinach.
Espionage.
Yes.
Espionage. Spinach. Oh. Oh, look at this. So glorious. Have you ever seen such a performance? It's not just about the vegetables, it's kind of a show. So these are the herbs that we got, the fresh version, and then here. The
fried one.
So we have a few other ingredients here. What kind of meat is that? Sheep?
This is sheep, and this is beans. And that one you thought that this is meatball.
Oh, that's a dry lemon,
Yes.
that tiny one.
Yes.
What?
Gourmet Sabzi, the national dish of Iran, starts with oil and onions. She adds turmeric, mutton, fried herbs, red beans, dried limes, salt, and water, and lets it simmer for 2 hours. While we wait, we'll try another traditional Iranian dish.
I know we're here to make the gourmet sabzi, but
Yes.
we could get a little appetizer. This is dolme.
Dolme.
Dolme is a mixture of rice, beans, fresh herbs, turmeric, garlic, yogurt, and fried onions, wrapped in boiled grape leaves. She makes a bed of fresh grape leaves for the mixture to sit on, tops it with a brick of butter, adds water, and leaves it to simmer. According to Sohila, this food is especially good for pregnant women.
After cooking for about an hour with the water, with the butter, can we try it out?
Yes.
So do you eat the leaf?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You don't unwrap it. Thank you very much. All right, let's try it out. Oh.
Delicious.
There's so many things in there. The leaf on the outside has a little crunch to it, and then you bite in, it's just like a soft, wonderful texture inside. All these ingredients combined between the rice, the garlic, the fried onion. It's delicious.
It is a little bit sour.
Yeah, a little bit sour. How did you learn to make this?
From my mother. You know, every girl in Iran, they used to learn cooking because it's very important for women in Iran. This is part of our culture.
What about men? What's going on?
They don't do such a these things in our culture. Even if he want to do, I don't let him.
Oh my gosh, can I have you talk to my girlfriend for me? It's kind of an emergency. I don't know, for me personally, look, every place is different. Some places women cook, the men cook, some places both. I think everybody should have that one food at least that they're really good at. For me, it's deviled eggs. You ever had a deviled egg?
No.
Here, let me show you a picture of a deviled egg, and then maybe you'll be like, oh, we call that an angel egg or something, I don't know.
Every man is good at cooking eggs.
Simple stuff, right? I can make good deviled eggs.
This is very simple, I think.
Okay, you know what? I was trying to impress you and show you that as a man, even I can cook something, but that's fine. No deviled eggs for you.
That you never felt so good, never felt so fine, haven't been this happy in your whole damn life.
This food looks amazing. Where do we start?
First, you have to take rice.
Do you know what kind of rice people use here?
This is Irani rice and it's the best quality.
It's very soft and long. I like the texture a lot. Can I take some of this?
You can take off.
This is tariq, the brown, crispy bits of rice from the bottom of the rice cooker, and perhaps the most prized food in all of Iran.
I heard there's this thing called
Taro.
Can you explain what that is?
It's like a polite offer.
But do you mean it?
Sometimes people don't mean it, but like they just say.
It's like an exaggerated offer.
Okay, that's the best explanation.
You said I could take all?
You can take
That
off.
has to be Torov.
First of all, I want you to taste Mirza.
Mirza, let's go do a quick flashback through voiceover to learn more about Mirza.
In a pan of hot oil, she dumps in a combination of roasted eggplant, tomato, and garlic. Then some turmeric, salt, and 4 eggs. She mixes on low heat until the eggs are cooked through.
And now we're back. Okay, great. Just scoop up about that much.
Yes, it is good. Little bit of this fish egg because this is salty. Take walnuts.
Walnut too.
Walnuts.
Okay.
More walnuts. And you have to eat all together.
Get all of it on one fork?
With walnuts.
All right, I'm gonna try it out. The lethal combination. You need everything. Wonderfully savory and smoky. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, I love that. No exaggeration. That's one of the best things I've tried so far this trip.
Really?
Yeah. This is what I've been kind of building up to this whole trip, up to this food. Now, strategy-wise, I've got the tariq right here, so I'm gonna scoop this on here. Oh, there's meatballs in here too. Putting on the Gourmet Sabzi. I mean, do you eat it like a salad or you just...
We eat it like after we take a bite.
Vietnam does that too.
That's so cool.
Right, Kai? He's Vietnamese. He says yes. I'm gonna try it out right now.
Try with this one.
This? That fried herb flavor really comes through. It's very different. A little savory, a little sour, but it's very like heavy food, right?
Yes. This is a walnut oil.
Walnut oil. I'm just saying, George Bush invaded Iraq over less oil than this. 2 weeks ago, I was very uncertain of whether this trip would happen. We got our visas at the last minute, and here we are. Before coming, a lot of the people I talked to, I called a family member and I said, hey, I'm feeling a little bit nervous about going to Iran. Iran? Promise me you won't go, you can't do it. Like, have you been watching the news? Things politically are so intense right now, and I think that's all people ever hear about Iran is what's in the news, and they don't see anything deeper than that. So I had no idea what to expect from this place, but it's been a nice surprise. I can say Iran is almost disappointingly normal. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And it's a safe country. Iran is very safe.
Wherever I go, you're gonna see there's a very small portion of representation on the news, but when you go to each country, it's about the people, what the people are doing. It's good for me to see just a normal, everyday slice of life here in Iran. Thank you for that.
Thank you for choosing us.
Yeah.
I came to Iran and it was nothing like the news showed me. One of the most destructive forces today is the ability for corporatized news to influence popular opinions simply with what they choose to show or not show. Video is powerful. So perhaps this series can be considered the anti-news, a fresh perspective from an angle that's rarely covered. The people of Iran are open-minded, kind, and hospitable. It's not a clickbait headline, but it's the truth.
Well, guys, that wraps up the Iran series. I want to say a huge thank you to this guy, Amir. Amir, let's shake hands on camera. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him and his company called
Harry Amir.
Brought us here. Coming to Iran to shoot is not the most easy process, but he made it possible.
Can I also say special thanks to everyone who helped us with this project, ACD, another sponsor who made it possible.
All our tour guides, all the people behind the scenes throughout the whole trip. Thank you so much. I will see all of you next time.
What are you doing?
A peace. Like you haven't seen me do it 1,000 times by now.
That's how you do it.